this morning I experienced one of the worst feelings in the world. I don't know how many of you listening right now will concur, but it happens every once in a while, and I just deem it to be just a terrible, terrible feeling, and you fret, you wallow, you're like, oh, why me? Why me? It's when you wake up 5 minutes before your alarm is set to go off.
What a terrible feeling.
So you concur?
Yes. It happens to me often.
Yeah. You wake up just before the alarm is set to go off, and man, those extra 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever it is, those are like gold. Gold, Jerry. Gold!
Are you a back-to-bedder?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, all right, let me try to get back to bed. And then it takes you another 2 minutes to fall. Then you got 3 minutes of maybe, uninterrupted before the actual alarm goes off. So, this morning was one of those 5-minute, I feel awful jobs, which will probably just screw up the whole day and make this show just absolutely suck today.
Probably. Yeah.
No. I feel fine now, but no, so you agree?
No, it happens, yes. I think it happens to everybody, regardless of what time you wake up.
Yeah.
Granted, I think we wake up, and anybody who's listening right now wakes up at a ridiculous hour.
Hey, Chloe, do you concur?
Yes, I concur. I hate when that happens.
So you also have...
It didn't happen to me this morning, fortunately, but that sucks.
So obviously, Chloe has joined us today. Chloe in studio. Chloe wrapped up her internship yesterday.
I did.
How long was the internship?
It was really just a few weeks, a month, because then
Was it supposed to continue a little bit?
it was supposed to kind of go for a very long time.
Right. But then, can I say why?
Yes. I was about to, and I kind of stuttered, but you can say.
Then we'll get into it later
Chloe
on.
broke all kinds of protocols.
No.
I got fired
They asked her to leave.
from the internship.
So I'll get into it later on, but Chloe had an internship.
Right.
And then, unbeknownst to Michelle and me, Chloe applied for a job opening, and she got the job.
That's great.
So now she's gonna transfer from being an unpaid summer intern to actually getting an actual job because it was posted. There was an opening. Chloe's a college grad. Chloe had 3 degrees under her belt. Chloe has been studying for the LSAT to apply for law school this fall. And, well, she got the gig. I mean, certainly qualified to do the job. I'll get into some more details later on, but not very exciting. From internship cut short. And you'd think because she was such a screw-up. No, the internship was not cut short because of that. The internship was cut short because she didn't tell Michelle and me that she was applying for a job opening there, and she interviewed, and she got the job.
Not telling you is the right move, by the way.
Think so?
Oh, you would have asked a million questions.
Yeah.
When's the interview? How'd it go? Have you heard back yet?
Exactly.
What questions did they ask?
Stop.
Are you qualified for the job?
What do you think?
Yeah. Fester knows.
I don't sound like that.
Okay, maybe you don't sound exactly like that, but the spirit of how you sound is correct, and you would have fired off literally a million questions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sound like that.
And if she didn't get the job?
Oh, I would never have heard the end of it.
She would never have mentioned it.
Yeah.
I mean, you would never have known she applied for the job, interviewed for it, and didn't get it if she didn't get it.
Last night, I took Michelle out to dinner for our 30th wedding anniversary. 30 years. And there was a whole pre-planned, concocted scheme that I was completely unaware of. Fester, you are unaware of this as well. Something happened at my dinner last night that was planned secretly, surreptitiously. Something occurred, and it was also captured on video, and unbeknownst to me, the whole thing was planned, and there was video taken, and the video is going to be posted by a third party at about 7 a.m. this morning, of which I'm going to be invited to be a collaborator.
Okay.
I will accept the collaboration on Instagram, so then the video will be on their account The video of what happened at my 30th anniversary dinner at a local restaurant last night will then also be on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. And that's going to all go live at about 7 a.m. this morning, so a little less than an hour from right now. And then there's a whole big story to tell regarding what happened last night. And yes, Chloe was part of the planning.
Yep.
And
look at you. You're such a little influencer, accepting the collab and everything.
oh, jeez.
I know, right?
Stop with the lingo.
I mean, by definition,
Yeah.
you are exactly
You are
what
an
you say you're not.
influencer.
Yeah. Just getting started. Also, Hadley's in today. Hey, Hadley.
Hello, Mr. MJ.
That is so cute.
Hey, Andrew.
love it.
Andrew, isolate that, please, when you get a chance. Hello, Mr. MJ. I think I need to use that from time to time. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, here on the MJ Morning Show. All right, so I've got Chloe in, my daughter. Fester's got Hadley in, his daughter.
It's like bring your daughter to work day.
It is.
Father-daughter radio.
Yeah. 6:06, just getting rolling here on a Thursday morning on the MJ Morning Show. It's going to be a great show today. And plus, what secret thing happened? What's the mystery item coming up? You'll find out later on. Stand by.
Just took us.
It is the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 619. MJ and Fester, Froggy out, vacation. Roxanne out, vacation. She's in Italy. I've got Chloe in this morning. She wanted to pop in, and, well, we got a great story to tell. That's part of the reason why Chloe came into the show this morning, because 7 o'clock hour, probably during the long segment. You know, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ at about 7:25 every morning. So in that long segment, we'll tell the amazing story of what happened at Michelle and my 30th wedding anniversary dinner last night in South Tampa. So stories coming up. All right, so from something so sweet to something disgusting. Should I let the listeners decide? I've noticed this during the course of the week, and it's sort of become a game to see if this is going to be taken care of, if this was going to be cleaned. I don't want to spoil anyone's breakfast right now, but I have a rather grotesque story.
All right.
From right inside our Beasley Media Group broadcast dumpster studios over here.
Oh man, this studio is really looking bad.
It is, the whole building. Anyway, so should I tell the story?
Absolutely.
Yes.
There's a little bit of grossness. So, all right, Fester, you say yes.
I mean, how else would we know?
Chloe is saying yes.
I'm not eating right now, so I think it'll be okay.
Let's go to phones. Early phones here. Folks, you MJ Morning Show listeners, you have the power to decide whether I tell this, slightly disgusting story. I'm just perplexed. I don't know how this happens. And, well, yes or no? Should I tell the story?
I mean, will it make people sick? I mean, is it disgusting?
It's a little gross. I don't think anyone's going to get physically sick.
It'll ruin an appetite, though. It could.
It depends on not all people, but some. All right. Should I tell the story? Yes or no? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Do you want to see, or rather hear, would you like, take two. Would you like to hear a slightly disgusting story? Yes or no? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Let me know right now.
I mean, can you give us any clues? I mean, does it involve a person? Does it involve a piece of equipment? Does it involve stain?
It's bathroom related.
Oh.
It's bathroom related. All right, yes or no? All right, phones are ringing. I don't even think I need Andrew to screen the calls here. I'll just go down the list. So would you like to hear a slightly gross story, or maybe for some it's a very gross story? Oh. But I need to expose something.
Don't say that in bathroom in the same line.
I need to expose something. All right, do you want to hear it? Yes or no? It's early. It's 6:23 in the morning. Do you want to hear this slightly,
I'm guessing it's the men's room, right? Is that the one you've got?
Well, I wasn't in the ladies' room, Chloe.
It would have to be, right?
Right, okay.
Yes or no? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Forrest, run, Forrest, run. Forrest, yes or no on the gross story?
I say yes, absolutely. People driving in their cars at 6:20 in the morning.
Yeah.
A lot to look forward to.
All right.
This could be why we woke up this morning.
This could be why you woke up this morning. Yes, I'll go with that. Thank you, Forrest.
What a positive outlook.
Let me.
Wow.
Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this?
Hey, MJ, it's Carmela. Good morning.
Oh, Carmela, phenomenal name, like Carmela from the. Yeah, you just said it.
Our first two callers you've associated with movies or TV shows.
Yeah, well, dude, Forrest. What else? A guy calls it named Forrest. Who else am I going to associate him with?
He's heard it every day of his
Forrest,
life.
life is like a box of chocolates.
Jenny.
And then I got Carmela here.
I say, of course. Tell us, of course.
All right, Carmela, are you connected at all?
Am I connected? What?
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
what?
is the family?
Everybody's good. Everybody's
Is
good.
the family?
Don't worry.
Is the family connected? That's all I'm asking.
That's I'd have to kill you.
She knows.
I like Carmela.
Good job, Carmela.
Carmela. Hi, Carmela.
All right, y'all have a good day.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye.
I'll take one more here. Maybe two, maybe three more. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning. It's Scott.
Hi, Scott. You want to hear the slightly gross story?
Of course, you cannot tease us and then not tell us.
All right.
That's a good point.
All right,
As
Scott.
Chloe says, you're an influencer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm an influencer. God, I
Gotta
hate
follow
that.
through.
I hate that term. I hate the term influencer. What do you do for a living? Oh, I'm an influencer. Yeah. Well, technically,
I agree with Dad, Jay.
technically a radio morning guy. I've been an influencer before the name influencer was ever even invented.
You started it.
Yeah.
You started the trend.
All true.
Thank you, buddy. All right, quickly here. Yes or no on the gross story?
Let Hadley decide.
Yes.
Let
yes.
let Fester's 12-year-old daughter Hadley decide.
Yeah,
Good.
make it Hadley's call.
Good call.
Oh,
Thank you,
yes.
buddy. And what was your name?
Hear it. If she wants to hear it, then everybody wants to hear it.
What's your name?
Bobby.
All right, Bobby. Thanks, man. Hadley, yes or no? Should I tell the slightly gross story?
Yes.
Well, there you go,
Okay,
ladies and
well, all
gentlemen.
right, all right.
I
Yes.
want to know. You told me that it may ruin some people's breakfast, and I'm like, don't tell us that's gonna ruin somebody's breakfast if you're not gonna tell us what it is.
True.
All right, that made total
Honestly,
sense to me.
Yeah,
All right.
That
true.
made no sense at all. Don't
I
tell
agree.
us.
All right, here we go. Let me tell the story.
Tell
All
the
right.
story.
Hey, Andrew, tell all the callers still calling in. Thank you very much. How do I say this?
All right, so it's in the men's room.
It's in the men's room.
So we have 3 bathrooms here. We have a men's room, a women's room, and like a multi-gender room.
There are multi-levels to this, but I can tell it very quickly. There is dried poop.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Let's not cross the street neighbor's backyard.
There is dried poop on the flush handle
Oh no.
on the middle stall in the men's room.
Oh, no.
And it has been there all week long. And at this point, even if I'm going to the stand-up wall unit, I'm just poking in to see if it's still there. Kind of a test on our cleaning crew. There are multiple questions here. Who the heck got poop on the flush handle in the men's room? What is going on here? Did somebody have a really bad wipe aim?
How does it get there?
So
How?
clearly it was on somebody's hand, and then they touched the
Stop.
handle. So the other thing is, what the hell is our cleaning crew doing? There's a cleaning crew provided by the building, and at this point, I mean, I was going to take a picture of it and put it on social media.
No.
Why wouldn't you?
But,
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't think I want to.
Absolutely.
I don't think I want to crap up my feed with that. I get it.
Why?
Instagram would have to put the preview filter on it that says
Sensitive information.
Yes, yes.
What is going on? Who is the employee that clearly got stuff on their hand, touched the handle, transferred it there, and it's still on the handle. It's dry. It's all week long.
Oh.
I first saw it on Monday. What the hell? And then what kind of an absent cleaning crew do we have where they're not cleaning the dried poop off of the flush handle on the middle stall of our Beasley Media Group Q105 bathroom?
Does the cleaning crew come every day?
I think so.
Do we have
yeah.
enough employees
Well,
to justify an everyday cleaning crew?
We do, because I know that radio's kind of bare bones these days, and all the radio. It doesn't matter whether you're Beasley, doesn't matter whether you're iHeart, whether you're Cox Media Group, whatever. All these companies have downsized. I mean, from when I first started in this market, there are probably 75% fewer employees. Seriously, I am not joking. At the radio complexes where I've worked, there are probably 75% fewer employees than there used to be when I first came to town in 1994. And listen, a lot of this lasted, really, you had very well-staffed radio stations, up until really it's kind of the financial crisis in 2008.
Yeah.
And that's when there were a lot of rifts, reduction in force, layoffs, firings, whatever the hell you want to call it. But no, we have service in the building every day because, the trash cans are, I put trash and junk in the trash can during the show every day. And it's always cleaned. So we clearly get service. But, I ought to maybe document this and how long is it going to take for the cleaning crew to clean off the flusher handle in the middle stall in the men's room.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to put a chia seed in it.
Oh, my
And I'm going to water it.
It's organic.
I'm going to see how long it takes for it to bloom. Maybe grow mushrooms in the bathroom.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the grotesque story of the day. And I'm sorry.
I hope it's the only one.
Oh, man.
I hope not.
I've got early morons in the news next here on the MJ Morning Show. I got a great pile of early morons. And then make sure you're listening after 7:25. We start the big long segment about 7:25 every morning. That's an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. There is a massive story I got to tell from Michelle and my 30th wedding anniversary dinner last night. Something happened at the dinner, and it was shocking. Absolutely shocking, I say. All right, so heads up. Hey, it's ending. It's coming to a close, folks. This Sunday. Hurry. Time is running. right, here we go. 6:40 at the MJ Morning Show, and it's time for the early morons in the news. Never short. Seriously, there is never a day that I don't come in here and don't have a pile of imbecile stories. It's every single day. We start off in Missouri, and a woman is accused of spiking her husband's Mountain Dew with, would you like to guess?
Oh, man.
Let's go around the room. Fester, you first.
Oh.
Finish this sentence. It's like Match Game 76. I'm Gene Rayburn with the little, the car antenna microphone. All right, you ready? One more. Here we go. A woman in Missouri has been arrested, accused of spiking her husband's Mountain Dew with blank.
Rat poisoning?
Oh. No, but not a bad guess. All right, Hadley, Fester's daughter, a woman in Missouri, is accused of spiking her husband's Mountain Dew with blank.
2 things. Cocaine and also rat poisoning wouldn't work because how rat poisoning works is that rats throw up. They can't throw up, and what it would make you do is it would make you throw up, and it would also make you skinnier.
So, are you saying you use rat poisoning for weight loss?
Maybe.
Hadley, be careful there. Some people will really listen to you.
Don't listen to me. I'm a child.
Don't listen to me. I'm a child.
So, is it cocaine?
No, it's not.
Okay.
All right.
Do I get a guess?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course you do.
you get a guess.
Chloe, in Missouri, a woman's been arrested for spiking her husband's Mountain Dew with blank.
Acid.
No, not acid.
We need to qualify that. Are you talking like battery acid, or are you talking like,
no,
That was
don't-
like the other
LSD?
kind.
LSD?
Yeah.
No. All right, we just need to give you the answer. All right, here we go. Weed killer, but a particular brand of weed killer.
The famous one?
Yeah, the famous one involved in the whole lawsuit and everything.
Yeah, Roundup?
Yeah,
Oh my
Roundup.
God.
Yeah, Roundup.
That'll kill him. That'll get him.
This is out in Laclede County, Lebanon, Missouri. Am I pronouncing Laclede County? It's Laclede. I never heard of it. But it's Lebanon, Missouri, and deputies arrested a woman accused of spiking her husband's Mountain Dew with Roundup. Michelle Peters. Michelle Y. Peters. Why? What do you think that means? Yvette? Yvonne?
I was going with Yvonne.
Yeah. 47 years old, faces charges of first-degree domestic assault and armed criminal action. No bond. Yeah, the judge says no bond. This woman owns a gaming shop next door to a spa operated by Michelle Peters, the woman. And this woman, Jackie Sproat, says, oh, wow. That's all I could say after she found out that the business owner right next door to her business, who I guess she speaks to all the time,
Every day,
has not come back to work because she's under arrest and no bond. She can't even bond out. Putting Roundup weed killer in her husband's Mountain Dew. Yeah, I just recently found out that she was working next door to me. We talked, we waved. Doesn't make a difference. I was just really surprised. The county deputies arrested Peters earlier this week. Investigators say that she added the Roundup to her husband's Mountain Dew on numerous occasions during May and this month, June. They also say that she spiked the drink with another type of insecticide as well, but they don't say exactly which one that was. A different type of domestic assault, according to the county sheriff. Investigators say he began. Is your mic going off again?
It shut off automatically.
Jeez, man,
I don't know. I'm
This
sorry.
place. Yeah, Fester's mic just shuts off at will.
Was there any ill effects? Did the guy go to the hospital? Did he get
Well,
sick?
let me get to the story. So investigators say that the husband began to suspect something was wrong with his drink after feeling ill.
Okay.
Yep. The victim provided surveillance video to investigators that indicated that Peters was tampering with the Mountain Dew in the garage refrigerator. You know, a lot of people have those garage refrigerators. I guess the cold Mountain Dews were out in the fridge in the garage, and she'd go out to get a Mountain Dew. And what else do you have in the garage?
You got the Roundup.
You got the Roundup in the garage.
Hey, honey. Hey, Toots. Can you go out to the garage and get me a Mountain Dew?
Give me an ice cold Mountain Dew.
Give me a cold one.
And then that Roundup is right on the shelf, right next to that fridge.
I have some questions.
Yes.
Is Roundup, is that green? Also, is Mountain Dew actually green? I've never had Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew has a greenish tint to it.
Okay.
Hold on, you've never
I
had
have
Mountain Dew?
never had a Mountain Dew or even had a sip of it.
You are 22 years old. You're going to be 23 in August, and you've never had even a sip of a Mountain Dew?
Yeah, along with Taco Bell.
Hold on, you've never had Taco
We've
Bell?
had this discussion.
She said a couple weeks ago that she's never been to Taco Bell, which is amazing. And Taco Bell has some unique Mountain Dew flavors.
I guess I do remember. Well, also, some Mountain Dews, you got Code Red Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
So there's a Mountain Dew that's red.
I don't know why you know that.
Taco Bell has Baja Blast Mountain Dew, which is
Blue.
Blue, yeah.
That sounds like it'll kill you.
Generally speaking,
That looks like that's like windshield washer fluid.
Mountain Dew is in a green bottle, but the actual liquid is like neon yellow.
Yeah, it's like a yellowish. Yeah, a yellowy.
Okay.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if you put a little bit of clear Roundup in it, and it makes for a good mixer.
Oh.
We don't know.
Say no more.
Don't, all right, you don't put Roundup in your drinks.
Well, Mountain
folks.
Dew is so sweet that if you're going to poison somebody, Mountain Dew is the soda pop of choice because there's so much sugar and it's so sweet.
Okay,
it has such a strong flavor.
Yeah, the victim told authorities he was the only one in the home who drank the Mountain Dew that was kept in that refrigerator in the garage. And what's the motive here? Obviously, well, they don't get along, or maybe she's trying to terminate the marriage in an unorthodox fashion. Anyway, the woman, Peters, has entered a plea of not guilty, and she's scheduled to be back in court next week. The husband did survive. The husband did not expire with the attempt to kill him, poison him with new Roundup-flavored Mountain Dew.
Tell you what, though, when he goes out to the yard to take a whiz on the side of the house, he kills all the bushes.
No, all the weeds. You know what? Just whiz in the cracks in the driveway. It's pretty funny, Fester.
Save some money.
Yeah, he's just
Really
killing all those weeds.
Jokes
Oh my gosh, you do not know. Look, Andrew just brought
in Mountain Dew.
Oh, wait a minute. Breaking news. Andrew just brought. Well,
Am I about to try this live on air?
Let's go. Open it up. Let's hear you open it on mic, right on the mic. Go ahead. There we go.
That's it.
All right. Chloe has a standard regular Mountain Dew.
Okay,
it's like ASMR.
How have you never had Mountain Dew before? All right, smell the bouquet.
Yeah, go ahead and swirl it. Get
I'm
it.
getting hints of Up Dog.
What's up, dog?
Nothing much. What's up with you?
All right, stop it.
Sorry.
So, okay. Chloe, this is a milestone.
Yeah, I know.
It is 6:49 a.m. on this Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024, and my 22-year-old daughter is about to have the first sip of Mountain Dew ever.
All right.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, go.
All right.
Give it a sip. Well,
it's fine. I mean, like it's
what does it taste like?
Fine.
It honestly just tastes like Sprite or something.
Why are you crazy?
I'm sorry.
It is much sweeter than Sprite.
It
That
is.
is the nectar of West Virginia right there.
That drink, Mountain Dew, is responsible for the most teeth rottage in the nation.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Well,
I'm done.
well, because it's the apple juice of kids in Appalachia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the drink box.
I don't like the color. I really don't like the color at all.
Well,
it scares me.
It's like that neon yellow.
Yeah,
you're scared.
It's scaring me.
So if you want to like it, you can make a turkey dew and put a little drop of whiskey in it.
Oh, okay.
Or you can make a rocket fuel and put some vodka in it.
Right.
Oh, okay. That's probably what I'll do.
But you're okay with the taste.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just the color that's a little scary.
It's a citrusy type of drink, but not like a 7-Up or a Sprite or. What's that thing that replaced Sierra Mist?
Starry.
Starry.
Oh,
Starry.
Yeah. I like Sierra Mist though.
Yeah, and that's gone, right?
Is it?
Yeah, Sierra.
Did you ever hear the story about why? Did we talk about why Sierra Mist had to change her name?
No.
I don't know if this is 100% true, but
I don't know if this is true. Yeah, go ahead, Fester.
I saw it on Instagram that like a person actually named Sierra Mist owned all of the Sierra Mist like badging online.
What are you talking?
And they couldn't buy it from her.
Dude, Sierra Mist has been around for 30 plus years.
Yeah, and there's a person,
or maybe more.
And humans have been around for thousands of years.
I'll tell you what. Oh, I heard this. I don't know if it's true.
Sierra
how about you Google it?
Or Sierra Mists, or Sierra Mist came after her to change like one of her handles, and then they like let their let their internet domain expire.
That is not true. Why don't you look that up?
I'll look it up. Sierra, and then they had to change their name to Starry.
Why don't you look that up? All right, 6:51 rather. 6:51, 9 minutes in front of 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock hour starts next. Would you like to go down a checklist and find out if you are a narcissist? There is a chilling list. You need to find out if the list of chilling items point to you as a narcissist. How many of these little boxes do you tick off that make you a narcissist? I got the whole list, and we'll do it next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Show. MJ and, well, partial team. Fester's here. And we have special guest Chloe, my daughter, and then Fester's daughter Hadley is in studio for a second day in a row. And I think we're going to do more jokes this morning. Hadley, do you have a new pile of jokes written out?
Yes, I do.
She even knows to shuffle her paper by the microphone.
Very, very
She's
good.
been watching you a long time on MJTV.
Yeah, very good paper shuffling
She
there.
says, why does MJ bring his paper to the microphone? I said, so people can hear it in his hand.
Yeah. All right. Let's do the narcissist list here. There are 7 chilling signs that you are a narcissist. How many of these boxes do you tick off?
Oh, man, I'm going to make a list. MJ and Fester.
Yeah.
How many we check off?
How many boxes do you tick off here? And this is according to a psychologist that has a pretty good CV. Dr. Kerry McAvoy has just put out the 7 major signs. These are big, big red flashing lights, red flags This is like, red flags, stay off the beach, get out of the water kind of red flags here. And it's emotional manipulation, among other things. So how many of these signs, and it just shows that if it's you or someone you love, that a lot of these things indicate narcissism to the max. All right, here we go. 7 signs. And there's something called NPD. NPD is narcissistic personality disorder. And this is actually a clinical diagnosis. This is not some, hocus pocus made up crap. No, this is a real serious clinical diagnosis. NPD.
All right.
You should probably go get checked.
Who?
You.
Yeah, get out of here.
Well, let's see how he does on the test first.
Okay.
On the
All
quiz.
right, number 1. So what are the signs to look out for? Dr. McAvoy gives these red flags. Number 1, they expect you to respond immediately to text messages. Now, there's something you're going to learn very quickly here. There's a theme. See if you can tell me what the theme is. All right, number 1, narcissistic trait. You send a text and you expect that person to respond immediately. Why didn't they respond? Like everyone is glued to their phone just waiting for you to text in order for you to respond.
So far, you have earned 1 check.
Mm-hmm.
Hold me?
Yes.
Yes.
How was that?
Yes.
How's that?
That has your name all over
We
it.
could get out of here.
This is like
you know what? I shouldn't have brought you to work today, Chloe.
Listen, okay, so far on the narcissist test, MJ has 1 check.
You
I have
don't
none.
know that.
Yes.
I don't expect people to respond immediately.
Yes, you do. And if they don't, you call.
I am probably the 10th most person you text.
All right.
And 2 texts and then a call.
All right, number 1, you send a text and you expect somebody to respond immediately, and that is one of the narcissistic signs. And it's a person that gives no thought to maybe you're doing something else, maybe you're busy with something else. You expect somebody to respond to your text immediately, and if they don't, you get angry, you get ticked off, you're wondering, well, why aren't they responding? You're looking at your phone, waiting for that thing to come in, waiting for your phone to ding or whatever.
It is like you are reading your own eulogy right now. Oh, my gosh, this is incredible.
All right, number 2. Number 2 on the list, are you a narcissist? The person will send mass sentimental texts. Will find some sentimental message and then cut and paste it and send it to a whole lot of people.
You just did that last week.
Will you shut up? I have never done that in my life. I hate those. And you know what else? When somebody sends you a, hey, happy Father's Day, is that being sent just to me, or are they sending out just a mass message to like all the people in their address book? And how do you then delineate whether you're sending it to a male, a female, or a male that might be a father or might not be a father? Because, Father's Day, and I had a bunch of those, like people I know or, occasional acquaintances. And
maybe it's not a mass text and the person actually thought about you.
I don't know about that.
What a narcissist.
So, Chloe, how many mass sentimental sayings or proverbs or what is the support or what is the word I'm looking for?
An affirmation?
Motivational.
Okay.
Yeah, affirmational, motivational.
Affirmation, yeah.
So how many of those do I send out to a mass group?
Probably 2 a week.
Please shut up.
Sometimes 3 if you're feeling it.
Shut up. The answer is 0. I hate those things. I hate. In fact, this is really odd because your mother, Chloe, your mother, sent me a text this morning. Which is way out of character.
Really?
Yeah. She sent it while I was driving in. And I saw it when I got to the studio this morning with you at about 5:30. And I'm like, what the heck is Michelle sending? You know what? I think I'm going to share it a little later on.
I'm curious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what everyone thinks of this thing. I'm curious to see what Michelle says when I call her up.
Oh, gosh.
All right. So I absolutely do not send mass sentimental texts with some sentimental message or whatever. I don't cut and paste crap like that and send it out. The explanation, according to Dr. McAvoy, is that narcissists need constant love, admiration, and attention to feel important, which is why they will send sentimental texts to people they know will return the gesture. I've never done that in my life. Number 3, signs that you are a narcissist. This is a 3 of 7. Overly attached to the phone. Yeah, people with this narcissistic personality disorder are obsessed with their phones. They carry it around like they were born with it attached.
You have earned yourself your second.
I think you should get 2 actually for that one.
Chloe, you are the worst. You are
no,
you are
not worse than you, sir.
No, you are you are worse than me.
You. Shut your mic off.
No.
Shut your mic off.
Shut your own mic off, MJ. Listen, MJ, you are, while you will profess to hate your phone.
I do. I hate my phone.
And that you're not an influencer.
You love your phone.
You love it. You love it.
I don't.
I mean, you had to
in fact,
you took a video of you putting extra lettuce on a burger.
Yeah. In fact,
you took a video of some poor kid lost at an airport getting chased down by some Spirit Airlines, and he did literally a cartwheel, and you got 1 million views on it.
Yeah, exactly, Fester. You got 1 million views. And ask him how many times a day he brings it up at the house.
Now, hang on. It is now 1.4 million.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
The kid, the unaccompanied minor at Tampa International about a month ago. Spirit Airlines, the first time I ever flew Spirit, and there was an unaccompanied minor coming in from the Fort Lauderdale flight to Tampa, and then I was going on the Tampa back to Fort Lauderdale flight. So the kid was coming off that flight, and it was an unaccompanied minor, and the adult or parent was not there to pick up the kid at the gate, and the kid was sprinting, like a 6-year-old kid, sprinting and running away. It happened like 2 times before I said, oh, my God, I got to record this. I recorded the third and fourth time, running the Spirit flight attendants and the gate agents crazy. They were in full sprint after him at one. I didn't get that one on video, but I posted this on Instagram. 1.4 million views so far, and those are real views. It's not like those phonied up TikTok views. I'm telling you right now, TikTok, in order to hook people and think that TikTok is so great, those Chinese communist spies that run TikTok, they've got all these Americans.
Okay, all right. Bring it back.
I'm just pointing it out.
Listen, you're really pointing out that you got 1.4 million views at this kid's expense
on Instagram.
Yes,
but I'm just pointing out that on TikTok, the view numbers, those are all phonied up. Absolutely. All right.
2 checks for you, by the way.
Number 3, overly attached to your phone. I don't see that to be the case. All right. Number 4, that you're a narcissist out of 7. They take ages to reply to your texts.
Oh, my God. You've earned a 3rd check.
Oh, that is so you.
That is not me.
You will.
That is
yes.
No.
Oh,
No,
yes.
no,
Oh, yes.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
No.
It's like if I were writing your biography, I would just go
I know,
down this
I know.
quiz.
Please stop it. I respond to texts.
Get to know MJ, and this is it.
In most cases, I respond to texts very quickly. Not like, and there are, like I said, early on in the list, there are people that expect you to respond immediately. That was number 1 on the list. They expect you to respond to their text immediately, but they don't respond to your text immediately, and that is not me. It varies depending on what I'm doing, whether I'm busy with something. Number 5, they send explicit texts or photos early on in a relationship. Absolutely not. Sending explicit messages of photos very early on in a relationship will give a narcissist the thrill of acting out sexually while also helping them avoid possible sexual rejection in the future. They think it's okay, according to Dr. McAvoy, to send explicit text messages and photos even before you know each other or the relationship has even proceeded that far. I have never done that.
Yeah.
I send nothing explicit, no photos, no text, nothing.
Only because texting and photographs, thing like that kind of stuff wasn't around when you and Michelle were in your courting stage 34 years ago.
That was actually 37 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 37, 38 maybe.
I don't really want to think about this, so can we just move on?
Yeah.
You want
Anyway.
to think of pictures of your dad sending pics of the old carriage?
I met your mother in 1987 at a club.
You were clubbing?
No, I was doing a radio appearance. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So number 6, a narcissist will send incomplete, anxiety-inducing text messages. So what does that mean?
Is this all text and narcissist related?
Oh, what did I say?
The theme.
said, let me know if you detect the theme.
Yeah.
Yes, it's narcissism defined by
Phone.
texting and phone usage. Yes.
Okay.
Well, thank you. It took that long for you to catch on?
I caught on a couple ago.
The first thing I said was see if you could detect the theme here.
I didn't know that. Okay, I caught on like at 3, and then you keep going with it, and I was giving you more rope. And
a narcissist will send incomplete, anxiety-inducing text messages. Example, something like, yesterday was fun, even though I have a headache right now, thanks. And then you would say to yourself, well, wait a minute, what did I do to cause a headache? Or so it's sort of and you're kind of throwing somebody off kilter. And then number 7, finally here, the narcissist texter constantly sends the same photo, song, or video to you. I don't do that. I don't do listen, I might have a couple of things on the list
Can
here.
I just say real quick? I'm looking at our texts from last week.
Yeah.
And I was at a friend's house last weekend in St. Pete, and I wasn't on my phone for maybe 30 minutes. You text me, "What's your plan?" 5 minutes later, "Hello." 20 minutes later, "Hello," and then like 3 missed calls. just to give an example.
Because you were staying over and you had things to do, and it was already like you stayed over Saturday night and you were supposed to be back early Sunday morning to study, and we heard nothing from you.
Womp, womp.
And you didn't get home till like 2:00 on Sunday when you were supposed to be back at about 9 a.m. on Sunday.
Don't you take the concerned parent route now, you narcissist.
Hence the hello.
Oh, whatever.
Hello. Nothing wrong with that. So there you go. 7 signs that you may be a narcissist. And yes, all text related. It is 7:14, rolling up on 7:15. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ, including the massive 30th anniversary dinner surprise. I took Michelle out for a quiet anniversary dinner, and then something happened at dinner. There is video of what happened. Totally unexpected. That and a whole lot more, all next. FM, it is the MJ Morning Show, and boom, just like that, at 7:27 exactly, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now. And among the things coming up, there was something that I skipped yesterday, so I have to do it today. And it is, well, to some people, a major, major turnoff. When somebody finds out about this, they are repulsed. And sometimes there's no going back. Sometimes it just sits so heavy on your brain, you might as well just never see each other again. What is it? That's coming up about 7:45. Also, what happened at my 30th anniversary dinner last night? That is coming up as well. An hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ starts right now. Spread the word on that. First of all, the top content in the market. No one is producing a pound-for-pound better morning show than this on any given day. And right now, you get no music, no commercials. It's nonstop content for an hour and 20 minutes. Plus, nobody else does this. Nobody, every single day at this time. I'm trying to figure something out. I've mentioned this now, I think, twice, two other previous times. And I'm trying to figure out, is this upcoming horror movie or serial killer movie, this movie Long Legs, is this the real deal, or is this just a marketing ploy? You know, it's a June movie, right? Or a July movie.
Yeah.
It's not one of those later August movies. Typically, movies that are released mid to late August are bombs. That has always been, have you noticed that? It's the summer movie dumping ground. That when a movie just sucks.
They just bury it in August?
Yeah.
End of summer?
Yeah, you know, some movie studios, though, in recent years, they've totally shelved movies. And there have been some movies that actually have supposed to have been pretty decent. And because of write-offs and accounting shenanigans, they've just buried some movies. And there have been a couple of examples of that. But typically, it's the late August. It's mid to late August. Sometimes you can get some decent stuff like the first week of August as far as a movie release.
Yeah, but Long Legs comes out July 12th.
Okay, so it's July 12th. And, Fester, can you find that phone number again? Find that billboard.
Okay.
I want to call that again because that's Nicolas Cage. So part of the marketing, the movie is called Long Legs. And Nicolas Cage is in the movie. And it's a serial killer movie, and the hype is right there. Just leave that right there. Don't touch the screen. So the hype is tremendous on this movie. It started about a month ago. Is this the scariest movie of the summer? Is this the scariest serial killer movie of all time? You know, for me, I remember when I first saw The Silence of the Lambs. And I was on the edge of my seat. I thought that was just one of the most intriguing, most intense, fingernail gripping movies I've ever seen. Oh, when I first saw that movie, you know, I'm sensitized to it now, or desensitized, I should say. But I love The Silence of the Lambs. So the question is, the movie is Long Legs, and it's about a serial killer, and it's coming out on July 12th, and the hype machine is in total overdrive. I saw an item from IndieWire, right? Headline, Long Legs marketing campaign. And it just goes into, you know, how this thing developed. The marketing campaign for Neon's Long Legs is the most ambitious for a horror movie in recent times. There's a Zodiac killer level secret code spread in the Seattle Times, a phone number you can dial to hear Nicolas Cage whisper threats in a creepy voice as advertised on a Los Angeles billboard. Remember, we called that, I think, last week or week before.
Right.
And the eerie and elusive trailers and teasers that have dropped so far, mostly leaving Cage's satanic serial killer out of the bag. The 90s set satanic serial killer horror in the vein of Seven and The Silence of the Lambs is directed by Osgood Perkins, the Gretel and Hansel filmmaker who, yes, is the son of Psycho Scream icon Anthony Perkins.
Okay.
Who goes by Oz colloquially. It follows and watch her scream. Anyway, the story goes on. The point I'm trying to make is
this a really scary movie, or is it just a big public advertising?
Well,
campaign?
is it a big hype machine deal, or does this movie really have the goods? Yes, Andrew.
In early reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, it's got at 100%.
Yeah, I know. I saw that as well.
Wow.
Thank you for reminding me.
So here's the deal.
Rotten Tomatoes numbers are off the charts as well.
There are a couple of movie genres I avoid just because I don't like them. One of them is horror movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fast? You wuss.
Yeah, I just don't care for them. It's not that I'm afraid of them. I just don't care for them.
They're my favorite.
Yeah.
They're my favorite genre.
Anyway, another genre is Medea movies. I don't watch. I've never seen a Medea movie.
Either have I.
Yeah, okay, so
Those can get scary.
They are like the most unappealing
Right.
movies
You
to
know,
me whatsoever.
I respect Tyler Perry and his work, and he has a lot of fans, and that's all great. I'm just not into it.
so funny.
I've never watched a Medea movie. I'm not into horror.
Is it Medea or Medea?
I don't even know. But my point is, I don't go out of my way for horror movies. So, am I right to say that horror movies are either awesome and epic or just terrible?
Yeah, no in between.
I can think of a bunch of horror movies which I've never seen that are legendary, and then other ones that are just dismissed.
All right, let me dial the phone number. There are billboards around L.A., and they just have a phone number on it.
That's so weird.
Yeah, and when you call did you hear this? Or you didn't?
No.
All right, so you must have missed this. We called this number like a week or
That's
10
good
days
marketing,
ago. Oh, it's phenomenal. All right, so here's the number. It's up on a billboard. 1-458-666-4355. That's the number. Here, listen.
There she is. What's your name, little angel? Nice to meet you. Oh.
That's it.
Waiting.
And then it hangs up. And that's
weird.
That's Nicolas Cage, the serial killer, with that creepy phone call. And I am fully aware that I myself, MJ, here on the MJ Morning Show, that we are absolutely contributing to the hype machine, but they're getting it for free.
After the first weekend, the cat will be out of the bag.
They ought to pay us, you know.
Yeah.
They're buying these billboards. They're buying all these TV spots. They got all this buzz going on. They got the social media. They're spending a ton of money to market this thing and to get people all, jacked up and hyped for this thing. I'm giving them the way this. I'm doing the advertising for free over here. What's the matter with me? What the hell's wrong with me?
I hope it's
Pay me.
I hope it's a good movie for Nicolas Cage's sake, because
So it's a human movie. It's humans. At first, I thought it'd be like the spiders, like long legs spiders.
No. It's a serial killer movie, and it hits on, what did you say, July 12th?
Yeah, the one person who gets away just remembers he has long legs. I don't know how stupid.
Trying to figure the whole thing out. Hey, I've been saying this for a long time. What have I said? If you take this, it's a waste of time. You're wasting your money. I've been saying this. This probably goes back 25, 30 years on this show. What have I never taken? What have I said on the air? Don't take this. You're wasting your money. Do you know, Fester?
Nope.
A
Nope. Nope.
Multivitamin.
A multivitamin?
Yes.
Oh.
You have been saying that, but I just couldn't think of it.
Now that I've said it, how many times has this come up on the show over the years?
I'm glad you asked, because I've been keeping a very accurate tabulation.
Right.
And right now we're up to 1,186 times.
Oh,
Wow.
Now, this has been around for a while, and I have physicians in the family, and I remember hearing this like back in my 20s. if you eat even remotely well, you don't need to take a multivitamin. And for the most part, it's a racket. And there's another story out. The multivitamin myth. Study shows no benefit to long-term health and longevity if you take a daily multivitamin. And it comes down to that people have been brainwashed into thinking that, oh, you got to take a multivitamin. Oh, you don't get enough stuff. You got to have this, this pill packed. And one of the things, if you remember, I had someone I knew that worked at the Tampa Bay Water and was involved in like the waste facilities in some capacity, and just used to tell me that they would have like 50-gallon drums filled with undigested, like Centrum massive horse pill vitamins.
What do you do?
That they just pass right through you.
So they don't even break down in your body?
No, in a lot of cases, they don't even break down.
Is this true for supplements also then?
I
mean, all a multivitamin is a bunch of supplements.
A lot of the supplements are just, garbage, blue-green algae and, all, root of this, wisp of that.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll cancel my order for lion mane mushroom.
All right, do some supplements work? I'm sure they do. Are there benefits to some things? But I think by and large, the unregulated supplement and vitamin industry is just a gigantic racket. So this is one of these study finds, and the latest is multivitamin myth. Study shows no benefit to long-term health and longevity. For decades, the press release reads, multivitamins have been a staple in medicine cabinets across America. Nearly 1 in 3 adults pops these colorful pills daily, hoping to fill nutritional gaps and boost their overall health. But do these supplements actually help us live longer? New studies suggest the answer is no. Researchers from the National Cancer Institute have conducted one of the largest and longest investigations into multivitamin use and mortality to date. Their findings published in JAMA, the JAMA Network Open, the Journal of American Medical Association, that's JAMA. The widespread belief that a daily multivitamin is a simple way to improve health and longevity. While many people take multivitamins hoping to prevent chronic diseases and live longer, researchers didn't find evidence to back up any of this.
All right.
The study followed over 390,000 generally healthy Americans for more than 20 years. Anyway, I don't need to get into the minutiae here, but
you're wasting your money on these multivitamins.
That would be the
the
general deduction here, yes.
Eat a piece of fish once in a while, have a salad once in a while, you'll be fine.
And smoke a couple of Marlboros, and you're all... No, I'm kidding.
It offsets.
No, I'm kidding.
What were you saying about smoking?
Don't what?
What were you saying about smoking?
I said nothing about smoking.
Didn't you say something like, if you're a smoker...
that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a smoking side effect. Hold on, I wasn't going to do that. That's a good segue. So
that's what I'm here for.
Apparently, I don't know what's causing this now or why it's being. Some people, some smokers, they're getting like hair wigs down their throat.
What?
Yeah. Some smokers are getting hair growth down their throat.
Hold on a second.
It's like a little mini toupee down there.
So they're getting hair in there.
Yeah.
Is this the esophagus?
Hair is growing in their esophagus. Oh, man.
Does that explain the voice?
Yep. The serious risks of smoking tobacco are, well known at this point. Cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung disease, diabetes, making your skin look all haggard and aged and catcher mitt-like. But there's a new one to add to the list, and that is cases are starting to emerge where daily smokers are having hair grow down their throat.
That's so weird.
Yeah, got to go to the salon.
Yeah.
And they got these special long scissors that they go down there, and some people are getting perms.
I'd like to get a perm.
Are they coughing up hairballs too?
Seriously, there are some cases that are being documented now in the American Journal of Case Reports about smokers that are having hair growth down their throat.
You know what? I don't know if I believe this because all of the negative effects or all the negative things that are associated with cigarettes have been out there for so long.
Yeah, that's
so
what I
if
was
you're
thinking.
still smoking, it's like a boiler room trying to come up with the scariest thing.
There are multiple documented cases. Listen,
Show me one. Let's put her on Dr. Phil.
People have been smoking for so long, and this is just now coming out.
Well, I guess they're putting two and two together, and it's not a lot of cases, but some people are getting hair growth down their throat from smoking.
I used to have a neighbor who would jumpstart one cigarette with another, right at the very end, like the next one, and on he would go. He breathed more smoke than he did fresh air.
Oh.
He never had a hairy throat. I mean, he died at 60, but he never had a hairy throat.
I'm just saying that there just seems to be an awakening here, or the medical journals are documenting cases of late of hairy smoker throat.
I want to see these people.
Yeah.
This is the new modern circus freak show. I want to see a hairy throated person.
I need to use some gel down there, kind of style it up. I want my throat hair to look. Well, I throat you. What'd you say?
Ew.
Ooh.
I want to meet myself a nice hairy throated woman who could cook.
Chloe in studio, by the way.
Make her my wife.
In just minutes, I'm going to tell the story of what happened at dinner last night. And I want to get Michelle on the phone. And I also want to understand what the heck my wife texted me this morning. I got the weirdest text. Just kind of out of character. I don't get these things. But last night was our 30th anniversary celebratory dinner. And I just expected a nice, quiet, early evening out with Michelle at a well-known South Tampa restaurant. And, well, something happened. There was a big, giant surprise. I'll get to that in just a matter of moments. Let me, though, quickly, and I was supposed to do this yesterday, and I blew right by. We were involved in something, and we just got, sidetracked. I didn't get to this yesterday. But think about this. There are people that are getting turned off, and sometimes irreparably turned off, when your significant other has a crush on a celebrity or somebody well-known, where you just go, ew. And sometimes it's unrecoverable. And the story is about, that I saw, was about a woman who says that her boyfriend and she were having a discussion about celebrity crushes. And the boyfriend, who is 26, the girlfriend 23, the boyfriend goes on to reveal a celebrity crush that was so crushing to the girlfriend that she was turned off and repulsed, and it put a total damage and a dent on the relationship. And that's all they could think of. Wait a minute, they've got a crush on this person, and the girlfriend found that woman apparently repulsive and just couldn't get it out of her head. So a bizarre celebrity or well-known individual crush can turn people the bleep off. And
I totally see that. Yeah.
That apparently is what happened. And I don't know, it doesn't say, what happened ultimately to the relationship, but, the story that I read, for instance, the boyfriend had a celebrity crush on a woman. She goes on to say that they were watching a Channing Tatum movie, and she said that she always found him really attractive, and that led to both discussing what their celebrity crushes were, and that's when the boyfriend revealed who his crush was.
What did he say, like Rosie O'Donnell or something?
Yeah. So,
which is mine.
Yeah. I know there was I saw multiple stories on this, and one that was a turnoff was that the celebrity crush was not even a real person. It was Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, dude, that's no... Yeah. Dude, what's your face from Roger Rabbit? Jessica
What?
Rabbit.
Oh, Jessica Rabbit.
Dude, she taught me some things back in the day, man. I tell you what.
Cartoons?
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
that
Jessica
that
Rabbit.
that's another offshoot to the story here. All right. So the question I have, and before I get to my whole anniversary surprise, and there's video you got to see. Before we get to that momentarily, let me grab a couple of calls here. I don't know if this is gonna, hit certain buttons here, but the question is, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever been in a conversation or you found out that your significant other or somebody you dated or somebody you were having some relationship with, you found out about a crush they had or somebody they found attractive, and did that give you like pause? Did that like derail the relationship? It kind of sounds like a Seinfeld episode because, Jerry always had those quirks with all of the hot women that he was dating in every episode. And the person would do something, or like the man hands or something.
George, she finds Yogi Bear attractive.
Well, there was a whole host of things, and I can't remember all of them off the top of my head.
Something like this sounds like a Seinfeld episode.
But the question I have is, have you ever been turned off because you found out that the person that you were dating or married to or engaged to or you were courting, or if you found out that they had some kind of a crush and it turned you off, it repulsed you? Has that ever happened to you? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 is how you get on. Hit the phones. We already have some calls that are screened already. Has this ever occurred to you? And I'd love to hear who it was, and did the relationship survive, or was it just too much, that it was overbearing? That's all you thought about? How could I get involved with this woman? How could I get involved with this man if they're attracted to that? Because some people apparently can't get past it. All right, 800-990-1047. That is how you call in right now and give us a story, an example, or if you want to say something to the effect about if anyone ever said that they were attracted to that would be a deal killer. 800-990-1047, 800-990-1047.
No, you said earlier that this guy in this situation was attracted to Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, that was one of the offshoots of the story, yeah.
Very important question.
Yes.
Was it person Ariel or fish Ariel? Like mermaid Ariel?
So I never saw Little Mermaid.
Okay, so The Little Mermaid was a mermaid where she had a fish tail, and then she becomes a person.
I didn't know.
Because she falls in love with the prince.
Oh, okay.
It's a big spoiler.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Hey, Melissa in Pinellas Park. Hey, Melissa.
Hello.
Yes.
So, funny, they asked me if you were my celebrity crush, and sorry, MJ, no, you're not.
Well, who asked you that?
Whoever answered the phone.
Oh, Andrew, wait a minute. Andrew, wait a second. Andrew, why would you ask the caller if I was their celebrity crush?
She didn't say who it was, and I simply asked.
Did you, Melissa? Did you offer an answer to Andrew?
All right, Melissa,
He
go.
didn't ask, so I.
Okay.
He didn't ask me, so I didn't give it to him.
All right, so go ahead. Tell us your story.
My husband and I have had this conversation many a times, and mine actually changed in recent years. He's a Jennifer Aniston all the way every day, but for me, it's Deadpool, and I don't want Ryan Reynolds. I want Wade Wilson. I want him in the costume, like hot as hell.
Who is it?
Deadpool, the Ryan Reynolds superhero.
Right. And who was the other person you said?
The character.
Oh, you want the character, not Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, she doesn't want
the character, not Ryan Reynolds.
Well, have you ever role played and got your husband a costume?
Right?
You probably...
he doesn't have that body type.
Oh, okay.
So he thinks it's gross because I would say, yeah, take the mask off. I'm okay with the Wade Wilson burnt up face.
Oh man.
All right.
See,
wow.
This is what I'm talking about.
So she doesn't even have a celebrity crush. She has a movie character crush.
And did this turn your husband off? Has this been like a bone of contention?
No, he thinks I'm gross, and he loves to tell the story to friends when we first meet them that I'm gross because that's who I like.
So you want to get with a burnt up person?
He's hot.
You know what?
Apparently, very much so.
You can hang out at some burn centers.
Put that costume on him, and hello, and he's awesome.
Melissa, thanks for the call. Folks, any awkward moments in your life, your relationship, because you had a crush on something, someone, star, character, and it came up in conversation, and the other person goes, ooh. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047 is the number. Frank is in Tampa. Hey, Frank.
Hey, guys. Yeah, my thing was growing up on the Jersey Shore in the 80s, we'd pick some girls up and they start, overwhelming about Bruce Springsteen. Like, oh, I swam in a pool that he swam in and this and that. And we just dumped those girls. It was a total turnoff.
So you didn't really think that you were compatible with some girls that like Bruce?
Yeah, and then they would just go on about Bruce. Oh, let's go to this club. Bruce might be there, and I'm like, well, how about you get out now and we'll just go somewhere else,
Dump them in the Pine Barrens on the side of the road or something.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Frank. I appreciate it. What time is it? 7:50. Oh, I better get into the
anniversary.
Hey, Andrew, tell the other callers thank you. I do appreciate it. But I need to get into the anniversary deal. And this is truly amazing. Let me call Michelle. Last night, we had an anniversary dinner, our 30th wedding anniversary, and something happened.
Hello.
Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
Happy day after our 30th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's safe to say that both of us were amazingly surprised last night at what happened at dinner.
Oh, it was a surprise.
Hey, can I ask you, first off the bat,
What?
I have never gotten a message like this from you. What is this text you sent me at 5:30 this morning?
Oh, it's just a little poem.
Did you make this up or did you copy and paste this?
I made it up.
Did you really?
I did.
I want to hear it.
Can I,
what's the poem?
Can I read this?
You cannot.
Oh. That's so
Is it
cute, Mom.
is it like dirty sexy?
Well, it starts off with 30 years we're together, and then it goes from there. And Michelle just unravels.
Oh my gosh, I don't.
Michelle,
Right,
Michelle.
enough.
All right, do I hold on? No, we got to talk about this surprise. So do I keep that on my phone or do I delete?
You have to delete it.
Do I delete that text?
You delete it.
Because Chloe's going to try to get into my phone and.
Well, now I know. I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to.
All right. So here's what happened last night. We've got a whole variety of restaurants we like to go to, and in rotation last night, I made a reservation at Donatello.
It's more than that. I mean, it's not rotation. This is your 30th. This is a major event.
But what I'm saying
Donatello's is an excellent place.
It is. But what I'm saying is we have a bunch of restaurants that are in our orbit, our rotation, places we love to go to, and for anniversary dinner, I said, you know what, let's hit Donatello. So Michelle and we have an early reservation, made a 5:00 reservation, so early on, so I can start the day or start the evening early.
5:00 on a Wednesday is probably a good time to get a reservation.
But what I'm saying is, I got to get up very early the next morning. It's a midweek anniversary. I want to celebrate on the actual day and not push it off to the weekend. So we go to dinner, and it's nice and quiet. It's 5:00. You got a little bit of an early crowd in there. And Michelle and I are having a lovely dinner. And at the end of dinner, it's time to wrap things up, get the check, and the waiter comes by and says, will there be any dessert tonight? And we say, nope, we're pretty stuffed, but thank you so much. And a few moments later, here comes the big shock. First, I see a camera. I see a digital video camera on one of those Ronin, gyro holders, roll by. I'm like, what is going on here? And the camera stops right in front of our table. And then here comes this exquisite anniversary cake. Elegant, exquisite, and it gets put right in front of us. And then I see the cake girl. And then I see Chloe.
Yeah.
We had just left Chloe at the house, and it was just going to be a Michelle and MJ
And
dinner.
what did I look like when you left? I was on the couch, and then
no, you took a shower.
Yeah,
you were taking a
I
shower.
was in my robe,
and even on the video,
hair towel.
on the video, I guess it's you talk about you were in a towel, you had a hair turban on, and everything. So this was an orchestrated surprise. Chloe, can you tell how did this transpire? We'll get Christina on the phone as well.
I don't share my secrets.
Oh, come on, how did this transpire?
I got a text from Kirby, Christina's husband, last week.
Yep.
And it was just like, let's do something nice for your parents for their 30th anniversary. It's a big one. So, and I agreed right away. I obviously called Julian to tell him right away. And Julian was so down, from, miles and miles away. And wish he could have been there. But yeah, Kirby and I, we kind of planned it out and talked to Christina too. We made a little group chat and it ended up working out perfectly.
It did. So we're sitting at dinner. We finished dinner. We're about to get the check. And then boom, cameras. There were like 2 cameras. It was like one of those surprise video ambush crews.
It's like you were on Punked or something.
It was serious.
Here comes, or like when they show up with the big check for the Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstake. So we're just sitting at dinner, and here comes the cake, the cameras, and the cake girl, and Chloe's there.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. And the cake was phenomenal. Michelle, what were your thoughts? Did it take a second for you to grip what was going on?
Oh, it did. I mean, because, like you said, the camera came first, and I was like, "What's happening?" And then I started recognizing the people, and then when I saw Chloe was kind of when it all sort of clicked, and the cake was sitting there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" It was just such a wonderful effort by everybody. I mean, to come out for our anniversary and for Christina to bake such a beautiful cake that was so delicious. I mean, I couldn't eat enough of it last night.
So we took the cake home. We cut it when we got home, and the cake was, not only did it look so elegant and just a beautiful cake, but when you cut into the cake and we ate it, it was a chocolate cake with a caramel ribbon.
It was, I think, their dulce de leche.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And Michelle, you were commenting on the frosting was just out of control, delicious.
God.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a video. By the way, 3 cameras. There were 2 guys with cameras, and then I forgot.
Christina was wearing a GoPro.
I'm watching her get out of the truck, and she has a little GoPro on her head.
She had a GoPro helmet, or the band.
Yeah.
She had a GoPro head strap. So there were 3 cameras.
You got to call her up right now. You got to get her on.
I will. There was a 3-camera shoot going on in South Tampa last night at Donatello while we were finishing up dinner. All right, let me play the video. The video has been posted. If you want to see, they put together a whole surprise video. The video is up on Certified MJ Radio right now. Go to Certified MJ Radio. You can see some of the pre-planning. Chloe and Christina are in the Cake Girl van in the parking lot, and they're doing the pre. Then they go in through the back, through the kitchen, like it's like a scene out of Goodfellas.
Yes.
They enter from the kitchen to sneak
that's
in the
great.
place. And,
that's great.
Oh my! All right, let me play some of the video audio, and if you want to see this video, go to Certified MJ Radio, or you can go to MJ Morning Show, and they're posted, and also the Cake Girls Instagram. The video is collaborated and posted on all these different sites or all these different accounts. All right, let me refresh and play this quickly so you can hear what transpired. All right, so Fester,
let me get to your page.
Yeah, get to my page and then start it and then unmute it right away. Are you ready? And go and unmute. Hit it. Here we go.
Hi guys, Christina the Cake Girl here with
Chloe.
So we're about to surprise her parents, MJ and Michelle, on their 30th year anniversary. So I want to show you guys what we have in here. Their actual anniversary, and we are about to surprise them.
There's the van and the parking
They're gonna
lot.
have no idea. Like they're not. Like I was in a robe and a turban.
Yeah,
like,
they're probably like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Girl, that knows how to be girl. Don't make no mistake, girl. The cake girl knows how to sweeten up your celebration.
Walking through the kitchen at Donatello. And then here they come through the restaurant.
Happy anniversary!
What a surprise.
Oh my God! Yay! Yes, happy anniversary.
Thank you, Christina.
to you
Thank you.
both. I got
This is truly spectacular. Michelle and I here in South Tampa at Donatello for our 30th wedding anniversary. And we're about to wrap things up, getting the check. Cake girl slips in. Then here comes Chloe over here. I'm like, oh, what a surprise.
Always you.
So there you go. I mean, a total shocker, totally incredible. Michelle, I'm gonna call the cake girl now, and again,
All right.
we had no idea.
No idea.
It was a total surprise, total shock, total choreography that worked perfectly. Cake was delicious. Cake looked incredible. The special 30th anniversary wedding cake, thanks to the cake girl. All right, Michelle, let me call Christina
All
quickly
right.
and thank her.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a minute. I'll conference call you. Just Michelle? Michelle? She hung up. All right, hang on.
I shut the computer off.
Yeah, all right, hold on. Yeah, turn the computer
I hear the
off.
Cake Girl remix bleeding through.
Yeah, all right. Let me call Christina and thank her quickly.
Cake girl. Cake girl.
Oh, yeah, it's a hot song, Chloe.
There you go. Got the jingle in your
It's
head.
gonna be stuck in my head all
Yeah,
day.
there you go. That's the idea of a jingle.
Cake girl.
Yeah.
So great.
Yep.
And she's just so
Oh,
nice.
hang on a sec. I misdialed. I did.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
hang,
Hey,
hang
misdial,
on.
wait.
I hit one of the wrong numbers.
They're just
Hang-
numbers, Dad.
Hang on a minute.
It's a-
3, 2, 1.
It's a new invention. It's called a phone. You probably haven't used
I hit a 2 instead of a 3.
You're on it so much, you should know how to work it.
No kidding.
Thank you so much. All right. Let me call the right number now for the cake girl. Here we go. I got it now.
Good morning.
Christina, the cake girl, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. That was an epic surprise.
Yeah, the video's fantastic. So Instagram, that allows a minute and a half, and that's what the video is, a minute and a half. And then there's going to be a longer video version that I guess you guys are going to put together, and we'll figure out where to post that. But it was a wonderful surprise. It went off without a hitch. You guys planned this in secret. Michelle and I had no clue. Truly a phenomenal surprise. Not much surprises me, you know. But
And that's what I was going to say. Christina, it is so hard to surprise my parents and do something without them knowing. And they had no idea it was coming.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. No, it was amazing. Chloe did a phenomenal job between me, Kirby, and her. We planned it, text each other. I mean, to do this. And yesterday we were collaborating in the parking lot next door to Donatello's.
Yeah, and the cake
to see
turned.
like how we were gonna do all
didn't
this.
you guys meet in the Lukens?
Yes.
You guys
shout out Lucas.
Yeah, you guys met in the Lukens parking lot.
Yeah.
You know, the new Lukens
Yeah.
at Midtown, which is the old kids' rooms to go.
Yes.
And that's a gorgeous store as well. So you guys are putting the last touches in the Lukens parking lot. Then you drive right down to Donatello for the big surprise.
Exactly, and I got to ride in the I got to ride in the cake girl van and everything. It was so fun. Yeah, and the cake was
and then with
flawless.
the GoPro, I had the GoPro in my head, and that was pretty fun. We wanted to literally take any shot, whether it was my GoPro or the other guys, the cameramen. We did not want to lose any reaction or anything.
It was a 3-camera shoot. Christina, it was phenomenal. It was flawless. It was a serious surprise. And I'll never forget that. The cake, once we got it home, was not only was it an exquisite, elegant-looking cake, the cake was absolutely delicious. The cake girl is an advertiser, a sponsor here on the MJ Morning Show. And I can't recommend the Cake Girl more for any occasion. I had a listener's son just flew his last F-35 flight, an Air Force pilot. Yeah. So a listener heard about the Cake Girl here on the MJ Morning Show, and her son was flying his last F-35 mission out of Eglin Air Force Base up in the Panhandle, and is moving on to something else in the Navy. And for his retirement from flying the F-35 jet in the Navy, had an F-35 cake made and then brought up to, it was a phenomenal cake. And the listener shared the picture with me. So, tons of people are using the Cake Girl for any special event, for a remarkable cake of any type, style, shape, whatever you can think of, she can make it out of cake. Christina, thank you.
Thank you, guys, and I'm happy we did this for you and Michelle. You guys are a very special couple, so we really wanted to, create something special for you guys for your 30th.
Well,
so happy anniversary.
You did it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Thanks
Bye,
again.
you too.
Thecakegirl.com.
That's a good-looking cake, man.
The cake, it was just elegant.
So
folks,
beautiful.
Go look at the whole thing, the secret entry through the kitchen.
That was so fun.
Of Donatello, the restaurant.
Yeah, all the waiters. We saw all the kitchen staff, all the waiters, every single employee.
Yeah, like, who the hell is this?
Exactly.
Yeah,
But
what are you doing in the kitchen? Get out.
They were so excited.
The video is up at Certified MJ Radio on Instagram. Go to Certified MJ Radio or MJ Morning Show or The Cake Girl on Instagram. The video's on all three. Leave comments, like it, give us all a follow while you're there as well, and take a look. Hey, did you see there's another fortune teller scam locally? Oh, jeez. Who falls for this stuff? Why? It's so sad to see people lose just tons of money, and this has got a crazy, crazy twist.
It's more like a fortune taker.
Why do people believe? Why do people go to these fortune tellers? I don't get it. If you want to do it for like some novelty joke thing, but really, that someone is going to look into a crystal ball or be like, come on, the whole psychic fortune teller thing. Don't get me started. But the latest is right here out of the Tampa Bay area at a Ruskin, and there's been an arrest. A fortune teller's been arrested. Now, you'd think that the fortune teller would have seen their own arrest coming, right?
Oh, let's see. I'm looking into my ball. I see blue and red lights coming to my house.
Oh, my God. Here's what happened. A fortune teller was arrested, and this is kind of unconventional, used her fortune teller persona to then rob people at gunpoint. So the fortune teller held up someone at gunpoint in Ruskin. It happened last month, and we're just getting the details now because the details of a search warrant have now been made public from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Corolla Mitchell, 52 years old, has been smacked with numerous charges that include kidnapping, robbery with a firearm. She ripped off a woman back in May to the tune of $12,000. And it happened in Ruskin at a home on South Star Drive. What happened? Hillsborough County deputies say that this Corolla Mitchell drove to the home of the victim and asked, hey, where can I buy some Mexican food? And if she could come into the house and get a drink of water, very, very parched. After the woman let her inside the home, Mitchell then pulls out a gun, pushes the gun against the back of the victim, and said, give me the money. So then Mitchell, the psychic fortune teller, then goes with the victim to her bedroom, gun pointed, walking down the hallway to the bedroom, and the woman opened up her purse and took out 12 grand. Why the hell was 12 grand in the purse? But
walking around with 12 large at the trailer park in Ruskin.
Anyway, neighbors, security cameras like the Ring doorbells, they caught the perp's Nissan Rogue. It was a white vehicle leaving the street around the time that the robbery occurred.
So the psychic drives a Nissan.
Yeah.
All right, interesting.
Or fortune teller.
Oh, the fortune teller. Just interesting.
Yeah.
So the video existed. So the cops, Hillsborough County deputies, got their hands on the video. And then a month later, that happened in mid-May. Then a month later, back on June 10th, Mitchell was spotted in the white Nissan Rogue in Bradenton, and then I maybe set off some of the license plate readers or whatever, and the arrest was made. But according to Hillsborough County deputies and investigators, this Mitchell was using this ruse or this fortune-telling business that she had as a way to get into people's houses, and then would steal money, would steal jewelry, would steal valuables, all under, I'm coming to your house to read your fortune.
I mean, how many times has this gone unreported?
Why couldn't she read her own fortune to realize to stay away from potential, license plate readers, or if she was on a hot sheet with the Manatee County Sheriff's Office or Bradenton Police? That's where she was ultimately pulled over, a county down from Hillsborough. But what the hell?
I'll tell you what you don't need to be a psychic for is to find a Mexican restaurant in Ruskin, because there's like 50 of them.
Yeah. But what a terrible story. And the phone of the telepsychic.
She's a telepsychic.
No.
Oh, okay. I like Miss. What was her name? Miss
Cleo.
Oh yeah, Miss Cleo.
No, I just wanted to say telepsychic.
Okay.
Hello, telepsychic.
That's funny.
Some skit I think years ago where they went, "Hello, telepsychic." Well, I think it might have been an old SNL skit.
Dan Aykroyd.
It might have been seriously. I think it might have been a Dan Aykroyd SNL skit.
That's when you talk like this.
Hello, telepsychic. So, what a ruse. Come on, folks. Fortune tellers.
I'm curious, Hadley, do you believe in fortune tellers?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Why? Why not?
Yeah, Fester's daughter, Hadley.
Lay it on her head.
Because why do you know my fortune? Go read your own. Go somewhere else, you overpriced Houdini.
Fair. Fair.
Facts.
Literally facts.
And so,
And I don't want to listen to somebody who literally looks into balls all day.
Well, then you better stop talking to mommy. I'll tell you right now.
Oh God, wait a sec. And then yesterday during the MJ Morning Show, Fester's daughter Hadley was in studio, and we did a segment where Hadley just unrolled a whole bunch of jokes.
Right.
And at the end of the show, we're off the air. Hadley's,
I have that joke.
Yeah,
ready to go.
Hadley says, "Mr. MJ, there's a joke that my dad said I shouldn't tell on the air." And then Hadley tells the joke off the air after the show yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, you actually probably should have said that joke on the air.
I have it right here. It's an R-rated joke. Did you hear about that Florida man that dipped his balls in glitter? Pretty nuts, right?
All right, thank you. 12 years old.
MJ, she has
12 years old.
You don't know this, MJ.
12 years old.
She has a whole stack of jokes ready to go, waiting for
More?
you. She has a whole stack.
Oh my gosh.
More?
I have 3 kinds of jokes. Like movie ratings. I have PG jokes, PG-13 jokes, and R-rated jokes for ridiculous.
All right, you want to give me a few more jokes? Ladies and gentlemen, Fester's 12-year-old daughter, Hadley, it's joke time. Go ahead.
Start with a PG joke.
Okay.
We gotta build it up.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
How did the Burger King get Dairy Queen pregnant?
That's a PG joke?
We know that's PG-13.
Okay, well,
Dang it.
you've already read it. You've already read it.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
How did the Burger King get the Dairy Queen?
I think I heard this like when I was.
He forgot to wrap his Whopper.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good. All right. Go. What else you got? Give me a real PG joke.
Okay.
I love this.
It's kind of been around for a while, that joke. Yeah, go ahead.
What did the daddy corn say to the baby corn?
What?
You have your mother's ears.
That's a PG joke. That's a PG
good
joke.
one.
Hold on. It's a PG joke. All right. Give me another PG joke.
Go ahead.
How many times do you have to tickle an octopus to make it laugh?
I don't know.
Tentacles.
10 tickles.
Tentacles.
All right, that's
yeah.
a PG joke. This is
Yeah.
PG joke. What?
Yeah.
We got PG-13 joke.
Yes, now we have PG-13.
All right, go ahead.
What kind of bees have milk? I mean, make milk.
What kind of bees make milk?
Boobies.
Huh? That's
I am so entertained right now. I'm
solid
sorry.
joke. That is a solid joke.
Let's bring your daughter to work day.
We got Chloe and Hadley
Yeah.
here.
All right, give me one more. One more.
Do you have a ridiculous one?
She has R-rated jokes.
Yeah, I want the R-rated.
Listen, don't rush this.
Go ridiculous.
This honestly should be an R-rated joke because my father rated them. But what do you call an Italian hooker?
What?
Bester!
A prostitute.
A prostitute?
Yeah.
That was so
An
good.
Italian hooker's a pasta?
See?
All right. Give me more. What do you got? Come on, kid.
All right, one more.
No,
One more.
one more. She got like,
I have 2 more. I have 3 more left.
Three
You
more.
wouldn't
All right,
have
all right,
Let her
all right,
go.
all right,
Yeah,
go
wait.
ahead.
Mr. MJ,
Yes.
what is your favorite planet? Mine is Jupiter. You want to know why? It's a big gas planet. It's a big gas planet.
I was trying to
I
make
saw
you-
that
it's
one from school.
It's a big gas. Big ass.
I
Big
get
ass.
it, I
Yeah,
get it.
big
This
ass.
is
planet.
R-rated one.
Yeah.
And why did the squirrel swim on his back?
Why did the squirrel swim on his back?
To keep his nuts dry. One more.
Last
All
one.
right, last joke.
Oh,
Go
God.
ahead, Hadley.
What did the elephant ask the naked man?
What?
Hold on, say it again.
What did the elephant ask the naked man?
What?
How do you breathe out of that thing?
Oh my god. I wish I was this advanced when I was
I think
grade.
Fester's the most entertained over here.
Listen.
No, I'm
hey,
thoroughly
listen.
I'm thoroughly entertained.
You take a couple of calls. I bet everybody's laughing at this.
I
kid
bet
right
you
now.
everybody's laughing.
Yeah, it's because you. I don't find elephant penis humor very funny. That's
And if you have a problem about it, call my father or text him at 813-310-8444. It's gonna be a fun day today.
I love you. Oh my god. You're
Ladies and
amazing.
gentlemen, Hadley, Fester's daughter. Yeah, we haven't heard this in a while. This is kind of a homemade parody song. Did a listener do this?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Fester, Fester, you are just so rude.
This is Fester's phone number song.
You smoke cigars and you love fast food.
Haven't heard this in a while.
You deep fried a turkey and started a fire.
Yeah, he did fry a turkey and start a fire.
Didn't go well.
You threw a little person in a clothes dryer.
This is a long way for Fester's phone number, isn't it?
Fester, I've got your number. I need to text you mine.
She knows
Fester, don't change your number. 813-310-8444. 813-310-8444.
That's Fester's private personal number.
She loves that
Yeah.
song.
That's my favorite parody on this show.
All right.
That's great.
813-310-8444. If you'd like to rate and review Hadley's jokes, text Daddy at 813-310-8444.
Oh my God, I got 146 texts.
I'm sure you
Wait,
do.
really? Rolling in right now.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Hey, Chloe, I saw this item and I'm like, you know what? I bet you this has happened to Chloe because she was away at school for 3.5 years.
Correct.
Young woman says, I went out drinking with friends and woke up locked in the club's bathroom the next day.
You think that That happened to me? Did you just say that?
I don't know.
That does no. First of all, you have my location.
Yeah. How do you know if you've drunk too much when you get up on the floor of the bathroom of the nightclub and realize you've been locked in there all night long?
No, I can safely say. Fester, is that your phone going off?
Yes, it is his phone.
Hadley
They're rolling in.
Hadley took my phone. Hold it up to the microphone, Hadley.
Yeah, all the texts are rolling in.
I'm not showing their phone numbers. Never mind.
Never
mind. I'm sorry.
I see them
I'm
rolling
sorry.
in. All right, so Chloe, this has never happened to you?
That has never. I can safely say that I made it out of clubs every time I went.
Woman posted a video online. When you go too hard on a Saturday night and wake up locked inside the nightclub toilets at 8:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning. So it's never happened to you.
Never.
All right, that's
Are
good.
you proud?
You know what? It hasn't happened yet. I'm very, very proud of you.
Yay.
And then you are, Chloe, you're Generation Z.
Yes.
Gen Z is births from 1997 until 2012. And you were born in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
So you're 4 years into Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe's 22. You'll be 23.
What is my birthday?
In August. It's August 20th.
Good job.
2001. It was a couple of weeks before 9/11. Trust me, I'll never forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Is this true? And how do you feel about crop tops? Because I saw an item that Gen Z is saying that the crop top is out.
It's, again, like, I'm not, one to really represent my generation because I'm just myself. But I haven't worn crop tops in a very, very, very long time.
Unfortunately.
What?
That'd be a good look. But I don't even know what a crop top is.
But I agree with that article. I think that people are stopping that.
You agree that Generation Z is saying the thing, but everything's cyclical. So crop tops, they'll be back again at some point. But you do agree with this Gen Z model that says crop tops are out?
Yeah, I think people are dressing classier, which makes me happy.
Yeah, you're over classy.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, you're over. What does that mean? She doesn't wear Crocs and flip flops.
Speaking of classy, a woman with a pretty large chest was not hired by Hooters.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, this is an interesting story, and there are a lot of unique elements to this story. Let me share a couple of things. This, I love how the Post writes this, that this woman was double D-nied.
Oh, that's good.
Get it? Double D-nied.
Well, they don't pay those headline writers enough over there.
This is a Florida story, too. This has to do with a Florida Hooters, and this woman is from the Miami area. They call her a Florida influencer, and you know how I hate this. I guess she's on social media. Oh, she's got an OnlyFans account, and apparently having the OnlyFans account, they discovered it, and that's what did her in. So she didn't get the Hooters gig.
So Hooters doesn't hire people on OnlyFans?
Well, if you look at the facts of this story, maybe that's the case. Hang on.
That's news.
And you know what? This might actually be a good little jumping off point for a question that I can ask you, the listener, to phone in on. So here's the story. This influencer here in Florida applied for a job at a Hooters to honor her late father.
You know, Chloe, if something should happen to your dad, nothing would make him more proud of you.
To get a job at Hooters.
Exactly.
I got it.
So what happened here? Well, it turns out that the OnlyFans model and social media influencer with a large rack, but it used to be even bigger. But that's a whole different story. I'll get to that in a second. She said that her father, who's now deceased, was a huge fan of Hooters. So to honor him, she wanted to get a job at Hooters. Listen to this, quote, "Growing up, Hooters was one of our family's favorite restaurants," said Naylene Ashley, who's 36 years old, and she was talking about her failed job application at Hooters, which she didn't get. So this woman is from Miami. She's got 2.2 million followers on Instagram.
Well, she's a pretty girl.
Just shoot me now. I mean, I'm scrounging. I've got 17,100.
Oh, wait.
This woman puts on a skimpy bikini.
Well, now you know what you have to do.
With exactly, with large boobs, and she's got 2.2 million followers on Instagram, and I'm like I'm a social media reject pauper over here with a measly 17,100 followers. The hell? I need to get a giant boob job is what I need to get, clearly. All right, so she has all these followers. She once had 1,250 cc implants.
Oh.
So she had roughly a G or an H cup. But apparently they popped. She had to have them removed.
Oh, wow.
So, seriously, they went bust.
It sounds painful.
And they caused her health problems, and she had to have them removed. But, I mean, she's still very, very busty. And she apparently used to sell exotic pictures of herself online to raise money. And apparently that was for medical bills for her dad's renal failure. So he passed away, and this Florida model said she wanted to honor her dad by becoming a Hooters waitress because he loved Hooters so much. So she applies and doesn't get the job. And apparently it was because they discovered that she had an OnlyFans account. Now, I don't know if that's like some kind of a rule, whether it's written or unwritten.
There's got to be another reason.
Can you not have an OnlyFans account that if they find out about it, you're not going to get the job at Hooters?
I would think the one restaurant that would be like kind of cool with it would be Hooters.
Yeah, they said no. She did not get the job. No callback. So she went to Hooters originally, filled out the application, had a sit down right away. I mean, the minute she went in to fill out the application, she had a sit down with one of the managers. They spoke for a bit about life, why she wanted to work there. He said to sit tight, wait for a call from his other manager, but she never, ever got the call.
Oh.
Yep, never got the call.
I'm heartbroken for her.
And she claims they rejected her for having an OnlyFans account. Yeah, they never told me they found my OnlyFans account, but being that I was pretty much hired on the spot, to never hearing from them again, it told me all I needed to know. She said she felt like a failure.
Yeah, maybe they don't hire 37-year-old waitresses. I don't know. Maybe there's other things here. This woman's kind of full of herself. I don't believe anything any of these influencers have to say about anything.
She felt like a failure. And she claims that she has not gone back to Hooters since.
Oh, what would her father think, who loved going there for the hot wings and the fried shrimps and the girls' boobs?
Yep, the father's rolling over.
Yep.
He was buried in a bright orange coffin.
He was.
With an owl.
He was embalmed. He was embalmed with hot sauce.
Oh, man. So I don't know if that's a thing that Hooters, if they find an OnlyFans account. And I thought that this would be an interesting kind of a jumping off point, a little parlay here. I don't know if we're going to get calls on what time is it? 8:29? Yeah, we got time. So we're still in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Every single morning about 7:25, we bring you an hour. Notice, folks, no music, no commercials in quite some time. Because we do an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop content from about 7:25 to about 7:47, 7:48. It depends. And we always give you more than an hour. It's never exactly an hour and 20 minutes. It's never less, but it's usually more, sometimes 5 minutes or more. So my question is, her little dilemma here, she thinks it was her OnlyFans account that put the kibosh. I don't know if we're going to get calls on this, but I'm going to try. I'll give it a couple of moments here, see if we can drum up some business on this. The question is, have you ever discovered an OnlyFans account for a friend, a coworker, a relative, somebody you knew maybe back in high school, college? Have you ever found out that somebody you knew had an OnlyFans? Fester, stop rubbing Fester's got this needling Naylene Ashley, and I'm looking at her 2.2 million followers on Instagram.
She now has 2.20001 after I gave her a
Would you give me a charity follow? Certified MJ Radio. Give me a charity follow. All right. Anyway, phones 800-990-1047. Question. Have you ever discovered an OnlyFans account for somebody you knew? Were you shocked? I don't know if this is going to produce phone calls. It's kind of a very specific, kind of a narrow ask. But we typically have luck in getting phone calls on even obscure things. So the question is, have you ever discovered an OnlyFans account from somebody that maybe you dated them, maybe you knew them, a neighbor, friend, coworker? There's a whole lot of possibilities here. Has it ever happened? Call us up. Give us a story. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Yeah, Chloe.
I don't know if I can say this, but
what do you mean you don't know if you can say it?
Here we are.
Oh, no, don't tell me you have an OnlyFans account.
I've been waiting for this day. I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh, you guys are looking at me.
Chloe, have you ever had a friend like at UNH when you were up in college, or maybe somebody on the soccer team selling feet pics or something online?
No, not that I know of. But
did you really have something to say that you
yes,
didn't know?
Yes.
What?
A girl that I used to go to school with. I won't say what school, but she has an OnlyFans, and it was brought up to me by my boyfriend, Chet. And so,
who is this now?
A girl that used to go to Shorecrest.
Okay, good job not saying what school.
Sorry.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Listen.
So Chloe,
a lot of girls went there.
Chloe went to Shorecrest, right down the street here, right down 4th Street and over to 1st.
So a local girl who went to Shorecrest, who you were in school with.
A year above me, and I knew her. It was just brought to my attention by Chet that she has an OnlyFans, went by maybe a different name or something.
And what is she selling?
I don't really know, and he didn't
her...
tell me, but he saw, because people found out about it, and so then a lot of people were showing each other.
Can you text Chet right now and ask your boyfriend Chet?
He's listening and watching, by the way.
Oh, hey, dude.
What's up, Chet?
So what you clearly know about this. What is this former Shorecrest student, a year ahead of Chloe's class, what is she doing on OnlyFans? What is she selling? What is her act? What is her fetish? What's her deal? Why are guys paying her, and is she successful?
I'll let you know, but...
Oh, my God, look at the phones.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of people calling in.
The phones have blown up. Anonymous in Spring Hill. Anonymous, go ahead. You're on. Oh, look, there are 3 Anonymouses. All right, the other 2 Anonymouses after this. Hang on. And then Mackenzie's on hold. I'll get to all these calls. Anonymous, go ahead. You're up.
Hey, good morning, MJ.
Hey.
Good morning, crew. Hey, so, my wife's best friend has one, right? And I only heard from another person, her ex-husband, that they recently divorced, that she had one. So, of course, I had to do some research. I had to look it up. For sure, she has one. Now, it gets even better.
This is your wife's best friend who just got divorced, and she's on OnlyFans.
Yes.
All right, what does it get better with?
Hold on, listen. Her new boyfriend doesn't even know.
Wow. And then through your research, Anonymous, what is she doing on OnlyFans? Now, be clean for broadcast, please.
Yeah, I mean, clearly enough, what people would want to pay to see. She's not a bad-looking woman, so I got to give her, credit for that. But yeah, she's doing enough to get some extra money, that's for sure.
Do you have any idea how much she's making?
That I can't. I don't know.
All right, and then does she know that you know now, or
take for her to keep shopping?
Enough to keep her shopping? Does she know that you know?
So I kind of mentioned, joked around, and she, when she comes to hang over, like, yeah, it's nice to have an OnlyFans, make some extra money, and then of course you get that odd look, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, and do you have any idea how many followers she has?
As far as I know, it was like 300 something.
Wow.
Very much, but
yeah, it's not a lot, but let's say they're paying $19.99 a month, or there's a little extra spending. Buy some shoes with that. Get a Goyard bag or a Prada purse. Thank you, Anonymous. Have a great day.
Hey, hold on real quick, MJ. One other thing I didn't get to tell you because I didn't get to make the call, but a hidden gem just to put on your list, is called Green Door, located in Date City.
So where should MJ eat? The Green Door?
Yeah, Green Door in Date City.
Thank you, buddy. You know, that little segment we did, Where Should MJ Eat? Phones blew up. I think we're going to do that every couple of weeks. Thanks, buddy. Let me grab, the other two anonymouses, Anonymous Brooksville and Anonymous Tampa. Hang on. I'll be right there. Let me grab Mackenzie in Tampa. Mackenzie, what's your OnlyFans story?
Hey, MJ, how's it going?
Hey, Mackenzie, everything's good.
So I knew this girl in high school. We weren't really close friends then, but after graduation, we became really close through mutual friends. And I found out that she was in the top 10th percentile on OnlyFans. Not only did she end up financing her own house after about 3 months at like 21, 22 years old,
wow,
but it was unbelievable. She was buying us like these stupid, ridiculously expensive designer bags for our birthdays and Christmas gifts, and we just sort of stepped back and watched her make her money.
Do you have any idea? Do you have any clue how much she's making?
Oh, she's in the 7 figures at this point.
She's making over $1 million?
She is over the 6-month period made about 1.3.
Oh my God! What does she look like?
She's kind of tiny. She's about like 5'2", and she's just skinny and pretty.
But what is she doing? Again, be clean. Is it just nude stuff, or what is she doing on OnlyFans?
It's exactly that. It's like boudoir. If you
the boudoir, yeah, gotcha.
But she used to work at Hooters before she ever became an OnlyFans star.
Wow,
pipeline.
Mackenzie, thank you.
The pipeline.
Wow, I mean, look at these. Let me grab Anonymous in Brooksville. Anonymous, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing fine. So the question is, did you find out about a friend, a coworker, relative, next door neighbor's OnlyFans account?
Coworker. I was working at a Winn-Dixie in Spring Hill, and a couple of coworkers came up because I mentioned her name. Like, she's really quiet, and what's her deal? And the two girls I was talking to kind of laughed, and they said, "You don't know about her, do you?" I said, "No, I don't." And they pulled up OnlyFans, and
the cell service not great up in Brooksville.
You need to go to OnlyPhones and get another phone. Yeah, sorry.
OnlyPhones? Your cell service is getting a little squirrely. Let's try it again.
Okay, so I was working at Winn-Dixie.
No, we got that. We got that. All right, so the coworkers, you say that she's kind of quiet. The coworkers at Winn-Dixie in Spring Hill, they then show you the OnlyFans account, and then what happened next?
Then what happened was like, this has got to be some kind of a prank. There's no way this is real. And then they talking about it, and then found out that she had multiple different adult sites.
Oh, wow.
That she posted videos on. And it was pretty gross, the stuff she was doing.
Oh, man. So I was going to say, was it a win-win situation?
Pretty gross. Pretty gross. Was she like?
I don't think we need to know the details on it. Hey, Anonymous, thanks for calling in. Let's go to another Anonymous in Tampa. Tampa Anonymous, who did you find out had an OnlyFans account?
Oh, my God. So it was my stepdaughter.
Your stepdaughter?
Oh, my gosh.
And how did you find out that? How old is your stepdaughter?
Well, she's old. She's in her late 20s. Actually, she's 30 now. But I was scrolling on Instagram, and you know how it will be like people you know from your contacts, like, do you want to be friends with them or whatever?
Yep.
So I see this name, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. And then I clicked on the picture, and it was her, and it had, like, her OnlyFans address or whatever. So, of course, I had to be nosy and click on it. And, yeah. So,
wow. Did you confront her? Did you say, hey, I found your OnlyFans account?
Nope. I'm keeping that in my pocket.
Oh,
wow.
gosh.
How long ago was this discovery?
Oh, a couple months ago. Probably like 6 months ago.
And then she's still doing it? Is she still on OnlyFans?
I think so.
Do you have any idea what kind of money she's making?
I don't know. I was so nervous. I dropped my phone. I like clicked off of it really quick because I don't know anything about OnlyFans. But like,
All right, so if it's your stepdaughter, that means that you're with her real father, correct?
correct.
So does he know? Did you tell about the daddy's little girl?
No.
Honestly, yeah. That's
Oh my
fair.
God! What a secret in South Tampa. Are you in South Tampa or Tampa? Where are you?
I'm in Lithia.
Lithia. Okay. Wow, what a secret.
Wow.
Yeah, I would probably do the same. I would not share that information. I would just keep it to myself.
Wow.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you,
Yeah.
Anonymous.
That's crazy.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What if Michelle is an OnlyFans I don't know about?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Have a great one. Let me grab one more on this. Pablo in Newport Richie. Pablo, man, this exploded. I didn't expect to get this many phone calls about people, finding out about secret OnlyFans accounts that friends, coworkers, relatives have. Hey, Pablo, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Go ahead.
Hey, morning, guys.
Hey.
This old company, so it was a call center, and it was a friend, Chelsea. I'll say her first name. I can't share her last name because I don't know if she's a listener or not, but I doubt it. But anyways, she's a good friend of mine. We became close friends, and she was complaining about paying rent. Then on Instagram, I was with my boys, and they were talking about, man, these girls are selling feet pics, and they're making money. I didn't believe it. Well, her page pops up like a link to the her OnlyFans, and I messaged it, and I was just trying to be funny, like, show me your feet, and then she calls me right away saying, Pablo, how did you find me? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she reveals, she's like, I'm trying to make money for rent. That's not funny. And I get in trouble, but I was super shocked.
Wait a minute. So you were just throwing something out there, and then you accidentally stumbled across what she was doing?
Exactly.
So she thought you had discovered her, but you were just kind of joking, and then she had to unveil and reveal what she was doing was what you were joking about for real.
Exactly.
Oh, my
I
God.
was super shocked, and it was just super surprising. I was just trying to be funny, and I guess maybe because we're mutual friends or whatever, it just popped up. And, I felt embarrassed, and she was like, hey, don't play around like that. I'm trying to pay my bills. And, I was like, well, how much she make, whatever. Well, she made like $1,000 in 3 weeks, and then her husband forced her to take it down.
Oh.
I was just like, okay, all right.
Wow.
But I was super shocked, and I was like, Chelsea, there's other ways, you can do things. But, oh, well, but yeah, that's my story.
Yeah, you can
But
sell
it's-
trivets on Etsy. All right,
There's other ways.
thank you, Pablo.
Yeah, you guys have a great day.
Wow.
You too.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? You could sell cat refrigerator magnets.
You could really do so much more. Just other things.
Or not. If you're that top 10 percenter,
Yeah.
some people are earning.
I forget how easy it is to just do that kind of thing, but
Good.
All right, I have an
Let's forget.
update.
yeah, let's forget.
We got to do an update on.
Tunes.
Yeah, got an update on.
Tunes.
Yeah, the.
One move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time.
Oh,
That
you
do.
gotta give him that hawk tune. Spit on that thing. You get me?
All right, so.
Have you seen the whole interview?
No.
There's like a 4-minute clip of
I-
the whole street.
I don't
talk.
want. This has gone viral, and people are talking about the
Hawk tune.
girl. And listen, I don't need to know much more. All I know, it's kind of like an instant flash in the pan, little social media viral sensation talking about the Haktua girl.
Tune.
There is a rumor floating around, and we got to do a fact check, that she was fired from her preschool job.
Yes, she was, and her father's a pastor.
That's not true.
Oh.
Yeah.
None of
Everything you've heard about
see,
her.
look at this.
Oh.
You fell for it.
I guess I did.
Everything you've heard about her, Chloe, is like suspect. There's
Oh.
no real
Right.
facts that have come out.
Well, first of all, there was a story going around that she was a preschool teacher at the Epstein Day School.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. What was that supposed to be? The Jeffrey Epstein Daycare School Center?
I think I read a narrative
Come
that she was fired because the kids were spitting on everything.
Yes,
yeah,
that was the story, that she was fired from the Epstein Day School because, well, there was a post from the school's director that read, "We have kids spitting on each other and everything else since they heard their beloved Miss Haley say spit on that thing on YouTube. They really look up to her as a role model and imitate the things that she does. We love Haley, but unfortunately, we cannot allow this type of behavior from one of our own faculty members.
Yeah, all fake.
It's fake. It is not true.
Oopsie.
Chloe, where are you getting your news? You get your news from me.
Clearly not from you.
Get your real news from the MJ Morning Show. Where do you get your fake news on
I
that?
don't know, probably Instagram or
Oh,
something.
God, stop. Use real sources like Daddy.
Oh,
All right?
Yep.
Who's your daddy?
What?
All right, so.
All right.
All right. So, listen. It is phony. It's fake news. The Hawk Tua girl.
Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
Hawk Tua for president.
You gotta give him that hawk too.
There's even a song. Yeah. Believe it or not.
Oh, I like this. I could listen to this in a club.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, trust me. I'm sure this is being played in clubs now. Yeah, that's totally being played in clubs. Yeah, all these stories are fake. Her father's a pastor. She was fired from a daycare center because all the kids were spitting on each other. No, it's phony. It's fake. It's not a real story.
All right, have you ever seen the country and western version of the Hawk Tour?
No.
Remember the old country song, Indian Outlaw?
No, I don't know much about
all right,
country
hold on.
music.
Let me play this for you.
Yeah, all right, go ahead.
I'm an Indian outlaw, half Cherokee and
Hawk
Chaka.
Get out of here. The hell is that?
Can I play? I sent a remix. I saw a remix on my phone the other day.
Why not? Here we are.
Oh, no.
We're here for the party.
Let me see if
Are you going to play this over your phone speaker?
Yeah, is that okay?
Through the microphone?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's see what it sounds like.
Oh. It's not working. But
That's
isn't
great.
that such a good one?
What, Hadley?
I have that funk song on a playlist on my phone.
Yeah.
You have the Hawk Tour song on your phone?
No, a funk song.
Oh,
It's
funk song.
No, it's not funk. It's
Funk.
Funk. Hang on. I can give you some examples. Hang on.
That's
Hang
okay.
You don't need examples of funk music.
I appreciate
Maybe after the
effort.
commercial.
All right, I got to take a break. 8:48 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, I teased this yesterday. I think in the last hour, I just didn't get around to it. But restaurant workers hate these things. Restaurant workers are calling out people like you. What are you doing, maybe even inadvertently in a restaurant, that restaurant workers hate? Yeah, you got to hear this. That's coming up in just a bit. Also, there's an interesting situation that happened with a driver and a state trooper. There's been, there was a lawsuit, and now there's a settlement for $175,000. What did the trooper do wrong that the motorist is going to get $175,000? We'll tell you what that is. Oh, and don't embarrass yourself. There is something else floating around on social media, my God, where people think that they can go on an airplane and try this and get upgraded. Stop. Don't embarrass yourself. Don't get laughed at. Also, man, I don't know what it is. I've got a Tesla pile today. Did you see the Tesla? The guy has a Tesla for 4 hours, and it goes out of control and smashes through the neighbor's house.
Don't tell Festa
Yeah,
that.
That's awesome.
It's the Cybertruck.
Dude.
The Cybertruck is turning out to be a cyber.
Okay.
Listen, it's
Yeah.
you got to be a gambler to buy that thing.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. Oh, you got to hear this. You got to hear what happened. Anyway, a lot of stuff. I got to get the celebrity stuff. We got Celine Dion stuff today. I've got Kanye West. I've got Oprah. I've got, you know what? We never got to Hulk Hogan's kid.
Boy, some
Yeah.
people just shouldn't drive.
Yeah. Really. You know,
I mean, just stay the hell away from a car.
Seems like a lot of things there.
When do you lose your license?
Well, he does. He has for a year now.
Just a year?
Yeah. All right, hold on. I just teased a lot, and it's all coming up next. Don't move. Do not miss the 9 o'clock hour next here on the MJ Morning Show. And, of course, this wraps up over. As soon as this song played, I saw Chloe go, wow, she kind of lit up. And then when I shut my microphone off, because I said, hey, it's Asia, heat of the moment, and we got tickets for Asia. We'll give those away this hour. So Asia is going to be at the Hard Rock Event Center, and that's going to happen on Monday, July 22nd. And we've got tickets. It's the Asia Heat of the Moment Tour. And we got a pair of tickets. We'll give them away this hour. Just keep listening. We'll tell you exactly when to call in. But Chloe's like, man, I love this song. Chloe, and it's kind of cool to hear that because that song's from 1982.
Yeah.
There's even a lyric in the song. It's you find yourself in 82.
Yeah.
And I mean, here we are, 42 years later. It's like, what the heck? Really? 42 years later, my 22-year-old daughter, Chloe, in studio today is like, I love this song, right?
Yes.
And I remember I was 16 years old. I was 16 years old, and you know when you remember where you were when you hear certain songs?
Yeah.
Hold on. That's happened to you,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
mean, let's say you're on the bridge with mom going to Shorecrest in 2007 or something.
Yeah, Rihanna Rude Boy.
Right, there you go. So you're listening to our old station where I
Yes.
used to be on, and
Yes.
you're rude boy, rude boy.
Or like
Yeah.
Enrique Iglesias or
Right.
something.
So you
yeah.
remember, like, and you can even like visualize where
Oh,
you
yeah,
are.
totally.
You're in the back of mom's car, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I remember when you said Asia Heat of the Moment, I'm like, you know what? I kind of had a memory. I remember, and for anyone from southeastern Virginia, anyone from, Virginia Beach or Norfolk, I remember I was 16 years old. I was in a 1980 Honda Prelude, my first car. It was silver 1980 Honda Prelude with like a burnt orange, almost like an old Eastern Airlines interior. No, seriously, those old. Remember, maybe it was like National Airlines. Those old like what were those seats? It was like that polyester material, and they were like yellows and oranges back then. Yeah. So I was in this Honda Prelude. I'm sitting. I can visualize this right now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the left turn lane on Shore Drive, Virginia Beach, getting ready to turn on to Northampton Boulevard, and I was listening to WNVZ Z104, which I then went on to work for in high school. Not long after that, one of my first radio jobs, and that song was on the radio. Heat of the Moment in 1982. It was a fresh song, and I can still remember sitting like two cars back in the left turn lane, Shore Drive. You go to the right, you go over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel, you go to the left, and you're going, back towards Independence Boulevard, and I just remember being in the, Fester just brought up my car.
Oh
That's
my
it.
gosh.
That's it. That's a 1980.
You drove that thing?
That was my car. A silver 1980 Honda Prelude. And it looks like it's the same interior. It's like that burnt orange interior.
Yeah, some guy saved it, and
yeah.
it's at a car show now, and he's doing a walk around on YouTube.
Yep, that was my first car right there.
Hmm.
Yep. I tried so hard to blow up the engine on that thing, too, and it just would not blow up.
You were 16 when you had your first car.
I was.
Wow.
Hard to kill a Honda.
Couldn't be me.
And you're 22?
I've never had a car.
Never had a-
Barely can drive.
Well, you lived in New York City for 5 years.
I know.
And then
I
off to
know.
college.
Chloe, are you a decent driver?
Yes, I really am. My mom says I drive like a grandma, but like in the good way. A good way.
I don't know. Hey, folks, if you haven't seen the anniversary surprise video, Michelle and I were at dinner last night at Donatello, 30th wedding anniversary. And at the end of dinner, I'm waiting for the check. And here comes big surprise. The cake girl and Chloe and a whole video team surprising us with a gorgeous anniversary cake last night at Donatello. If you haven't seen the video, it is on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Take a look at the video. We had no idea. I mean, a surprise of massive proportions. We're just sitting there, just Michelle and me, a quiet anniversary dinner, and here comes from through the kitchen, secret entrance with the cake girl, elegant 30th anniversary cake, and the video is on my Instagram. Take a look. It's Certified MJ Radio. It's also on MJ Morning Show on Instagram, and it's also on The Cake Girl on Instagram as well. And I've always done, commercials for The Cake Girl about how it'll make your occasion so special by having a Cake Girl cake. And then here was a big surprise, making my occasion with Michelle very special last night.
Yeah, and the surprise was really the cherry on top. It was so fun to plan, so fun to execute. It was just great.
Secret planning, the whole shebang.
And if you want to see Michelle plant a whopper of a kiss on MJ at the end.
Oh my God! It already has almost 9,000 views.
Yeah, people are commenting and everything.
Already almost 9,000 views, and we just talked about this an hour ago.
I know.
Wow, that's amazing.
Watch out, little kid running through the airport.
Yeah.
Anniversary videos,
dude,
hot on your heels.
Hey, guess what? The kid running through the airport, running from the Spirit employees. It's 1.4 million right now on my Instagram.
All right.
Anyway, so speaking of restaurants, restaurant workers calling out rude behavior and what they hate that customers do. Let me run down a little list here of things. Just don't do this in a restaurant. They can't stand it. Don't be rude to the host or the hostess when you go into the restaurant. A lot of people will just jump right in and say, "We have a reservation." The host and hostess would like to have a little bit of a softer greeting. "Hey, good evening, welcome." Or you say, "Hey, hello, how you doing tonight?"
We have a reservation.
Yeah, but
my name's over there.
Instead,
Well, I have a reservation.
That's what they don't want.
I'm Mr. 745.
They don't want the
reservation.
They don't want the Mr.
Just
7.
take me to the damn table, please. Reservation.
They don't want the blurt.
I have a reservation.
Okay, I got you, sir. Hey, how you doing tonight?
I have reservations. Mr. 745. Me. Yes.
What happened to hello?
Reservation.
Yeah.
How are you?
Reservation. I have a great reservation joke.
Don't be the walker inner blurter that doesn't have a greeting or salutation and just right to, "We have a reservation."
Okay, what do you call
Oh, jeez.
an Indian who has second thoughts about going to dinner?
What?
A man who has reservations about his reservation on the reservation.
That was good.
That's awful.
That's a great joke. I mean,
That's
really,
awful.
and offensive.
So-
I liked that.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
you gotta be careful who you say it with.
A simple greeting, hello, instead of "We have a reservation."
Reservation.
Yeah. So the host and hostess, they're kind of looking for just a nice interaction, just a basic, a smile, a greeting, a hello.
I audibly exhale if I walk up and have a reservation and the person in front of me is just like walking up and just like looking for a table. I had a reservation.
Believe it or not, that is one of the worst things that the restaurant host or hostess hates, is just the in-your-face walk-in, no kind of nice ease into it with a hello or a smile. The second thing they hate is you go into a restaurant. The restaurant at this point is fairly empty. Let's say it's early in the night, and you point out the table that you want. "Can we have that table over there?" So they have an idea what table they're going to put you in or at.
Yeah, tough crap on that one, man.
They don't like that. They don't like you to say, "Oh, hey, well, that table's empty. Can't we have that?" Because you don't know what the planning is. And
I don't care what the
a lot of
planning is.
restaurants stagger reservations by 15 minutes in many cases.
Yeah, I don't care. If you're going to put me in a crap seat and there's a much better seat over there, I'll say, "Hey, that one over there."
Well, they don't like people saying, "Well, what about that table?" That table might be committed in just 5 minutes or 10 minutes. They've kind of mapped out the dining room. They've planned out where all the reservations are going.
That one doesn't bother me.
They don't like it.
Screw them.
They say that it's rude. It kind of lacks understanding of how a restaurant operates, and you might appear to be somewhat empty at the moment.
Yeah, I don't work at a restaurant. I don't know how you operate. I want the better table.
In 20 or 30 minutes, the place could be just slammed and jammed.
Good. Give them this crap table. I got here on time. I hope the restaurants are busy. Give this table to the sucker who walks in 30 minutes. I want that table.
Also, if somebody says, can we have that table? Oh, no, that table's committed. And then if somebody then comes back with a retort like, oh, we're fast eaters. We won't take very long to eat. That's kind of like double icing on the anger cake. You know,
I had somebody.
Which, by the way, the cake girl does not make anger cakes.
No.
No, they're very happy cakes.
Happy cakes. Pretty cakes.
Yep.
If you order one, she will.
Yep.
I mean, you know.
Angry cake.
I'm looking for a cake that'll really piss somebody off. I've gone to restaurants and I've asked for tables, and the person turned around and says, I don't think I can do that. And I said, let's go ask your manager. And then it was no problem. He was like, yeah, okay, fine, go sit there.
All right. Also, people who do not immediately respond to the notifications that their table's ready. You're in the bar, or maybe you're outside. Some restaurants have the little beeper system if there's a wait.
Yeah.
They don't like it. People don't respond immediately to a notification. Some restaurants use the text system.
Yeah,
you'll get,
I just had that the other day. I went out to eat.
Where was that?
Bar Taco.
The cell phone reservation deal? Is that,
Yeah. I mean, they don't take reservations. You have to join a wait list, and then they text you.
You
And
walk up, they ask you your number, they send you a text, and we'll text you when your table's ready.
Gotcha. In the Hyde Park, right?
Yep.
Yep. So when your table's ready and they send you a notification, respond right away. Go up, get your table. Don't linger, don't loiter. Don't make them guess. You're coming or you're not coming. They hate when that happens. So not having an urgency is angry or angering. Here's the next one. This is what restaurants don't like you to do. Show up with a party larger than your reservation.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Can you imagine you got a reservation for 4 and you show up with 6 or 8? I mean, that could really put a really put a kibosh on things. That gets difficult.
If anything, I've showed up with people less than I have reserved for.
All right, hold on. So far, this list is suck it up. You work in a restaurant. Okay, I bring 6 people. I have a reservation for 4. I want that table, not that table. Oh, we don't like that.
What else don't they like?
Yeah.
Mid-meal, other people joining your table and you're pulling chairs from other places. Yeah, they don't like that in restaurants either.
These people were not cut out for the restaurant business. I mean, this is what pisses them off.
Find another line of work? Is that
we're
what you're
getting upset.
saying?
Yeah. Hey, it's my friend Billy. Come on,
They
sit
don't
down.
like to accommodate.
Hey, can we get some more chairs over here for my friends? Hey, if they can't, you're in the wrong. You're not a member of the hospitality industry, are you? Oh, wait, you are.
There you go. Now, moving to the trooper and the driver story. This had some interesting ramifications. This was a closely watched case. Vermont, the state of Vermont, is going to pay $175,000 to settle a lawsuit on behalf of a man who was charged with a crime for giving a state trooper the middle finger back in 2018.
It is not illegal to flip off the cops.
It is not.
It is not.
We had a famous local story here, and you know what? I cannot find that for the life of me in the news archives anywhere. And I'll get to that in a second. But back in 2018, a guy flips off a state trooper, and I don't condone that behavior, but it is protected speech. It is your First Amendment right to flip off a cop if you want to. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I don't condone that behavior. Police work hard to keep our communities safe. I just don't think you can flip them off, or I don't think you should flip them off. Can you? Yes, you can. It is protected speech. I just don't recommend it. I don't think it's nice. So a lawsuit was filed back 3 years ago in 2021 by the American Civil Liberties Union up in Vermont on behalf of Gregory Bombard of St. Albans, Vermont. And it says that Bombard's First Amendment rights were violated after an unnecessary traffic stop and a retaliatory arrest in 2018. Trooper Jay Riggin stopped Bombard's vehicle.
That's a good cop name. Officer Riggin.
Trooper Riggin.
Trooper Riggin.
I'm going to Riggin this traffic stop.
Hmm.
So
I wasn't thinking that.
The trooper believed that Bombard had shown him the middle finger. Bombard denied that, but says that he did curse and display the middle finger once the initial stop was concluded. He was stopped again and arrested on a charge of disorderly conduct. His car was towed. He was jailed over an hour, cited for the charges, sent to criminal court. The ACLU got involved. Charge was eventually dismissed. Under the settlement signed by the parties, the state has agreed to pay Bombard $100,000 and then $75,000 to the ACLU in Vermont. So, bottom line here is, it is not illegal to flip off the police. You are protected. That's Vermont. Now, I remember there was a really interesting story here in the Tampa Bay area, and I tried to find this. It was a big story. I want to say 1995 or 1996. And I remember it was a high school girl, and I think she went to like Durant or what else is out there? It was Blooming.
Out in
Durant. What else is out in that? That would have been
Riverview, Bloomingdale,
yeah, Bloomingdale
Brandon High School.
Yeah. So it was a girl, and she was like 16 or 17 years old. And if my memory serves me correctly, she worked at Einstein Bagels on 60 on Brandon Boulevard out in Brandon, and she flipped off. I think it was a Hillsborough County Sheriff's deputy, like 1996, and she was pulled over. She was cited, I think, for disorderly, and eventually the charges were dropped because it's freedom of speech.
Yeah,
it's a First Amendment right. You can. So I remember the story. It was in the newspaper. It was in the Tampa Tribune back then, probably the St. Pete Times back then. The local channels had it, and I've tried to look up the story and find out the girl's name, because if she was 16 or 17 back then, she's in her mid-40s now.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know, what is she doing? Does anyone know the high school kid that flipped off the cop on Brandon Boulevard back in the mid-90s who worked at Einstein Bagels? I think the Einstein Bagels is still there.
She's now the manager.
Yeah. If anyone knows who that was or remembers the story, give me a buzz.
Just give us a couple of details to help us find it.
800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. I doubt we'll get a phone call on that, but I've been surprised by other things. Mm-hmm. If you want to embarrass yourself, then fall for this internet suggestion. There's a thing floating around. Hey, if you want to be upgraded to first class, bring a box of donuts on the airplane and give it to the flight attendant at the front door.
That's so weird.
It is.
That's so cringy.
Yeah, and it's not going to work. And I don't know if the story that originally was told is even remotely real.
That's so disgusting on so many levels. I mean, they don't really sell donuts at the airport, so you have to bring it with you?
Love Island.
Yeah.
Where does Love Island run? Is that streaming or?
It sounds like a Fox show.
What is that?
Do not ask me.
What was the thing that you were saying? Remember that?
This week.
Yeah, what was that?
A hot new bombshell enters the villa.
What was that from?
I think Love Island or something.
Do it again.
This week, a hot new bombshell enters the villa.
That's like every promo on those
It
shows.
is so funny you bring that up, though, Dad, because I was just looking at the comments on the Cake Girls post. Somebody literally just commented, like, this week, the Cake Girl and Chloe enter the villa.
Oh, really?
Literally.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes.
So, Love Island, it's currently on Hulu.
On Hulu.
And if you want to stream it.
So, Love Island, some alumni from the show named Antigone Buxton.
Oh, yeah, I'm a big fan of
I have no idea. I don't know if that's a male or a female. I have no idea.
Whatever it is, I'm a fan.
But recently talked about and gives advice that a flight attendant allegedly shared with this, I guess it's a her, Antigone Buxton, that a flight attendant who she is friends with said, if you want to get upgraded, if you're in coach, if you're in economy class on an airliner, that you bring on a box of donuts and give it to the flight crew and they'll upgrade you to first class. No, they won't. Come on. Get out of here. You bring a box of donuts on, they'll take it and say, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
They'll probably throw it away because donut boxes aren't sealed either. You can open them up easily.
Oh yeah. You could be trying to poison the flight crew, and you could be a hijacker.
I mean,
that's true.
Yeah.
I went to get donuts outside of the Atlanta airport. If I would have, I forget the name of the place, but there's a famous place outside. And if I would have brought a dozen with me, I would have had it for 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours before I get to my flight. So here's some old stale donuts in a box that's not sealed.
It doesn't work.
What I have heard, and I don't know if you remember this. I think I heard it from you.
Yep.
If you carried candy bars on the flight that are sealed, like you carry like Butterfingers or Snicker bars.
Sometimes it'll get you a little extra special
Maybe
treatment,
a free drink or something, a little more treatment.
Yeah, sometimes it'll get you a free little mini bottle of whiskey or something. Yeah, so that's one. That's great. That's what I want to hear.
Duly noted.
That's what I want to hear my daughter say.
TSA stops you for a big box of chocolate.
Yeah, there we go. No, but that's right. We did talk about it on the show that give the flight attendant a little candy bar or something.
That's a gesture. It's not awkward. They don't have to carry a whole box of a dozen donuts. It's sealed.
You're not going to get first class. Come on.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But still.
What if I bring a cake girl cake on the plane for the flight attendant?
Yeah, there you have
really
it.
Awkward.
And oh man,
yeah.
When we get back, lead item. When we get back, one of the new Tesla Cybertrucks out of control. I was about to say Tesla. One of the new Tesla Cybertrucks out of control. The guy who bought it waited 5 years for it, had it for 4 hours, and you're not going to believe what happened while he was in his Cybertruck. This is insane. And that's first up, next, here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Weather. Fester, and we are joined today by our two daughters, Hadley, Fester's 12-year-old daughter, and, of course, Chloe, my 22-year-old daughter, soon to be 23 years of age. And this is the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show on a Thursday. We will give away tickets to Asia momentarily. So Asia's going to be at the Hard Rock Event Center. That's going to be on Monday, July 22nd. And we got your tickets. So Asia, Heat of the Moment Tour. Tickets yours in minutes. We'll tell you exactly when to phone in. 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show. I just saw something really insane.
What's that?
Over the break. Just a couple of crazy items. We'll get to that in a minute. First, though, the Cybertruck story. And Fester, I don't know. You seem to be a fan of Elon Musk.
I love him.
Hello, I'm Elon Musk. No, I find the guy totally erratic.
An erratic genius.
Yeah, not a fan. Sorry,
well,
not a fan. Yeah. So I have in my possession an audio bite of a guy that finally got his Cybertruck after 5 years. You know, the concept being rolled out, the wait list, the time it took for them to finally build it, manufacture it, you know, waiting to get yours. There have been a whole bunch of problems with this Cybertruck. And other than the fact that it is a hideous monstrosity, that's a whole different story. But this dude got his Cybertruck again after 5 years. He's in the vehicle on his long driveway. The Cybertruck accelerates out of control. He can't stop the thing and goes down his driveway and smashes into his neighbor's house. It rips the whole front off of the Cybertruck. Brand new. The guy had the vehicle for 4 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. That's what he wanted to do. If you're watching MJTV, that's what he wanted to do to Elon Musk, I think. This guy put the video up from a doorbell camera, a security camera, which shows it accelerating down the driveway. And then you can see the neighbor's house is a little bit off in the distance, up a little bit of a hill.
Right.
And this truck takes off like a rocket, like a Saturn rocket. And then you can hear the smash. You can hear like the screeching of the tires. This is surveillance video. Do you know the Cybertruck is nearly 7,000 pounds?
Yeah, it's a heavy vehicle.
My God, the new M5 is almost as heavy as that. I'm out. Sorry, BMW. I've been an M5 fan for years, but at 5,400 pounds, that is a monstrosity beast. Sorry, I'm out of the M5 game, folks. Just not interested. Not with the new G90. Sorry. Anyway, surveillance video shows this driver rolling out of his driveway. The truck accelerates, picks up speed, It's like a little bit of an uphill, then a downhill, and you can hear the screeching sound of the tires, and it starts going right at the neighbor's house. The driver of this new 4-hour-old Tesla Cybertruck tries to stop it. Nope. Totally ineffective, fruitless, and it smashes into the neighbor's house, taking out the whole back stairs of the. This thing careened over 800 feet. It left a 50-foot trail of skid marks.
Listen, if I'm going to have any car hit my house, it would be the Cybertruck. I'd be honored.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be honored if
Yes.
someone flew off of some street near you and drove through your house?
I'm like, I'd be pissed if like a Corolla hit my house. But if a Cybertruck comes and blasts the side of it, yeah. Oh, look at that.
The driver walked away unscathed, but the brand new truck has plenty of damage. Cracked windshield, crushed hood, bumper front end all bashed up. Yeah, the guy said, hey, nice knowing you, my girl. Cost of repairs over $30,000. But wait, listen to this. And I still have the audio. The cost of repairs apparently going to be over $30,000, but the wait on parts.
There's no parts.
Could be over a year. That's where you just tell Tesla, get this freaking truck out of my neighbor's front of their house. Take this thing back. Give me my money back. I don't know how Tesla doesn't just, give the guy the money back. Absolutely. So listen to this. Listen to this. Hear the screeching? Listen. That's it. I got a little shortened version, but you can hear the thing takes off.
Oh man, look at this damage.
Oh yeah, the back wheels like locked into gear, and he could not stop the vehicle. I mean, this thing's a menace.
That's scary.
Hello, it is. It's like a robot car that's just taken over, and it's like artificial intelligence, destroying humanity.
Didn't we have a story in Tampa where there was an accident involving a Tesla?
Yeah. There was one at
Henderson or something.
One on Henderson and
Euclid?
Swan.
Swan? Okay.
Yeah. No, it was right near Olivia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
That's what I'm picturing.
Yeah, it was right near Olivia, right at Henderson and Swan. There was some kind of an accident, but I never got the details on what caused it. But
oh gosh.
The horn goes off.
Yeah.
The guy had the Tesla for 4 hours, waited 5 years, waiting list, everything. 4 hours this guy's had it, and it takes off like a rocket. It's uncontrolled. It has a mind of its own, and then it cruises down an 800-foot-long drive and smashes into the neighbor's house.
Did he yell, 4?
All right. This is making me like the truck even more.
What are you talking about?
This is awesome.
You think it's funny to have a vehicle just take off uncommanded acceleration? You think that's funny?
I don't think it's not funny. I think it's funny. Yes. I can see humor in it.
Okay.
There's I don't find
And
much humor
I like
in
the
this.
truck.
Yeah. The driver couldn't brake it. The driver couldn't access the emergency brake. According to the Tesla website, emergency braking is an automatic feature for the car accessible on the touchscreen rather than a physical handle. So you got to go through a whole menu of things. What if you need the emergency? That's the problem, is a lot of these vehicles, I want knobs and buttons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want every freaking thing on a touchscreen. And some of the auto manufacturers have begun to realize that people don't want it, and they're putting knobs and buttons back.
Yeah, they've gone back to buttons, right?
Yeah, and you got the Teslas, which are all freaking touchscreen controlled. I don't want it. I don't need it. 30 grand in repairs, but it'll be over a year to get some of the parts. You tell Tesla, you take that thing back to the dealership, and you just dump that hunk of crap right in their front drive there at the Tesla, and you tell them, give them money back right now. I mean, how can they deny you? I don't know how they can deny that. Then we got an NFL wide receiver, Randall Cobb. What does he play for?
I think I remember Randall Cobb playing for the Green Bay Packers. I don't think he plays anymore.
NFL wide receiver Randall Cobb and his family survived a house fire because their Tesla Charger burst into flames in their garage, and they narrowly got out. The wife of Randall Cobb, NFL player, said, "We're lucky to be alive. The Tesla Charger caught fire in the garage late last night, quickly spread. We got out of the house with nothing but the clothes on our back, no shoes on our feet. I'll explain more later, but posting this in case I miss any appointments, calls, texts, meetings. Thank you, God."
In case I miss appointments, of course you're going to miss a few appointments if your house burned down.
The Cobbs have 3 young sons, Cade, Caspian, and Chance. Luckily, everyone got out.
That's great.
We can't thank Chief Carruthers, Captain Irvin, and the Nashville Fire Department enough for their swift action. Wow. With a little update to the site. Do we know who this Randall Cobb? Let's see. Randall Cobb played last year for the Jets.
Yep. He's on the Packers now.
He joined along with Aaron Rodgers, whom he played with for 10 years on the Packers. No, he came from the Packers.
Oh.
After spending his first 8 years with Green Bay, Cobb played 1 season apiece in Dallas, Houston. Returned 2 more years with the Packers, but last season appeared in 11 games for the Jets.
Okay.
So here we go. His house burned to the ground because of a Tesla. All you need is that guy's car now to smash through the ashes.
Listen, he could have helped. Could have cleared a path to freedom.
My God. Just nuts. Yeah. Also, Tesla recalls the Cybertruck again. I guess about a 4th recall now because issues with the front windshield wipers.
You know what? Rain-X has virtually eliminated windshield wipers for him.
I know you don't need windshield wipers.
No windshield wipers.
Fester doesn't.
Just put some Rain-X on every couple of weeks.
I'm just going to go off and snap them off in the parking lot.
I don't need them.
After the show, can I just go down and just snap your windshield wipers right off the motor?
It's unnecessary.
I'm going to break them off like a pretzel stick.
Especially during rainy season, if you're not using Rain-X on your windshield, you're a tool. It's the best invention ever.
Anyway, just tons of Cybertruck issues that are plaguing people. I just saw this. I don't know where this happened. 2 things. Where was this attack? Some guy walks into a bar and bashes a patron in the back of the head with a 5-foot tree branch. Is this in America or is this Texas? Disturbing footage captured the moment a Texas brute armed with a 5-foot tree branch that resembled a spear randomly cracked an unsuspecting bar patron across the back of the head and then punching an employee. Adam Mercado and his girlfriend Taylor met up with friends at City Tavern in downtown Dallas on Friday before they noticed a man holding a branch. And the video from inside just shows the guy bashing this unsuspecting innocent guy in the back of the head with a 5-foot tree branch.
Wow. Texas would have been one of my guesses. If you would have said, guess the state where a guy got clubbed with a tree branch, if you would have given me 5 guesses, I would have gotten Texas.
And then I've got another Texas story. A woman from Texas who was traveling with her 16-month-old infant son claims that she was thrown off of a United Airlines flight yesterday because she accidentally misgendered a flight attendant. Say what?
Which way did it go?
Jenna Longoria. I wonder if there's any relation to Evan Longoria.
Possibly.
Who is, I guess, a hormone expert when it comes to women's health. That's her occupation. She's from just outside of Austin, Texas, and she was getting on her flight at about 9 a.m. at San Francisco International Airport yesterday morning when she made a mistake and addressed a United crew member by the wrong pronoun. When the flight attendant, who identifies as a woman, gave me the boarding pass, I said, "Thank you, sir. That's it." But the flight attendant freaked out because I guess
I'm not a sir.
The former sir now identifies as a woman. The flight attendant got upset. the customer, the passenger, said, walk down the aisle. Then she held my mother back and wouldn't let her come with me. And she was kicked off the flight, apparently, for
misgendering.
A misgendering. Yes, calling this person sir, but the flight attendant apparently was a male, but identifies as a woman. On board, she asked another male flight attendant for assistance, telling him that he, referring to the first flight attendant, had kept her mother, who had been helping her with her son. And he said, he? I said, yeah. He then said, she's wearing a dress. The other male flight attendant. My son is crying. I'm trying to get on the plane. As a mother, my prerogative is to get my son safely on the plane and not what pronouns someone goes by. Wow. She admitted on social media that she's not very versed with pronouns, but Longoria, her 16-month infant son, and the mother, they were thrown off the airplane.
Does the flight attendant have the authority to do that?
Well, the flight crew can make a decision on who flies and who doesn't.
Off that? Like a mistake?
It seems preposterous. But listen to this. It gets worse. The plane takes off with their luggage on the plane.
Oh, my gosh.
With clothing, medications. United told the New York Post in a statement that Longoria and her family were prohibited from boarding following a discussion about having too many carry-on items.
Oh, this sounds like a lawsuit, bro.
Which Longoria said is an absolute lie.
Oh, man.
Wow. And then this Longoria, this woman, she documented her whole situation on Instagram.
Good.
She posted a video of her speaking with a United official named Gabriella, who told her that she had to get statements from witnesses to fact find, but confirmed that it was ultimately the captain's call to have her kicked off the flight.
You know, of any airport in the country, you probably don't want to misgender somebody.
This is, but also, this is what's also weird. This woman is a women's health and hormone expert.
If somebody
and
would
then
know,
you have a gender.
That's how she knew. That's how she knew it was a man.
Oh,
that's how she knew. She was, I'm an expert. I'm an expert. You're not.
My God, this is just nuts.
All right. That's why.
Wonder if he still has the nuts. Anyway, I'm sorry.
The pronouns that I use now for everybody is sucker.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Yeah. Sometimes you don't.
Somebody gives me a boarding pass. Thanks, sucker.
Thanks, sucker.
Hey, thanks, sucker.
Okay.
I call everybody sucker now. There's nothing you can do about that. What's up, sucker?
Man. I didn't even get to everything today, but I do have to give away Asia tickets right now.
Let's do it now, sucker. See?
Yeah.
It works.
Every time it works.
Would you like Asia tickets? Let's go. Caller number 30. Caller 30. Tickets to see Asia live at the Hard Rock at the Event Center. It's going to be July 22nd, a nice Monday night with Asia. Heat of the Moment tour. Caller 30 right now, and you will win from the MJ Morning Show on Q105. I'm doing a little promo with sound effects.
Do you have any more sound effects, sucker?
What are you laughing at me for? What are you doing over here? Why are you laughing at me? All right, so tickets right now as we wrap up the program. Is there anything else before we shut things down on a Thursday?
I don't know, sucker. Chloe, thanks for coming in. Hadley, thanks for
you.
coming in.
It was so fun, Hadley. So great to see you.
A bunch of things. I didn't get to a lot of stuff. I didn't get, I feel so bad for Celine Dion. Did you see the seizure video that they're including in that documentary? Yeah, I feel so bad for Celine Dion. Yeah, I mean, first she loses her husband, Renee.
She's so iconic, but it is such traumatic.
Like 20 years ago. But terrible.
Hey, I assure you her heart will go on.
Yes, but I hope that they can. She's got that, what are they? It's like frozen body syndrome, right?
Frozen man, frozen face.
Stone, the stone, right?
Yeah, well, she suffers from this autoimmune and neurological disorder. Stiff person. It's called
stiff person
syndrome.
I thought it was
and
stone person.
There's this documentary out on her called I Am Celine Dion, and they include like a seizure she has, and it's so disturbing, and you feel so bad for her. I think that's it. I think we're done.
I have another joke that I made up like 30 minutes ago, but it was the wrong time.
Okay,
is now the right time?
So you think that
Yeah.
the right time
what
now?
What kind of Pokemon would a pervert be?
What?
Oh, God.
What?
A Pikachu.
You made that joke up?
Yes, I did.
That's
a
really
good joke.
Hadley, that's good.
Thank you.
That's a good-ass joke.
What was the punchline?
A Pikachu.
A Pikachu.
What kind of Pokemon would a pervert be?
A Pikachu.
Yeah.
Not a Pikachu, a peek at you.
That's good.
I got it.
That's a strong joke, kid.
We got to roll, folks.
All righty.
If you want to see the amazing cake that the Cake Girl and Chloe surprised Michelle and me with at our anniversary dinner last night, 30 years, if you want to see the video, at the very end of dinner, there was a big surprise. We had no idea. They rolled into Donatello through the kitchen, and video rolling. There's a whole video of our surprise 30th anniversary cake from the Cake Girl, and it's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. It's also on MJ Morning Show on Instagram and on the Cake Girl. So give it a like, give me a follow, and we'll see you tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And let's be careful out there.
Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-37